Restarting the recording because might as well. Hello, everybody. Good evening.
Fucked up.
The Razor decided to fuck me. I cannot wait to get a new camera.
Don't fuck razors, please.
It fucked me. There's a difference.
I don't care what it was. The situation.
It was not consensual.
Well, regardless, we fought a dude who was way too cocksure for his own good and underestimated us, and he's dead now. And then we made it through the dangerous spooky woods to the capital of a nation who is the least friendly to us, though they don't know it. So, and then we went to a church. I got my finger back.
Yes.
And we went and took a long rest because we were out of ideas for the day. Okay, now I'll actually make the tweet because I always wait like 5 minutes in case
it crashes.
Guys, it doesn't crash that often.
It does, actually.
It doesn't. It's been like 12 episodes since I've had an issue. Well, but anyways, you all wake up well rested as I reload all of my tabs because my whole computer went down. I'm
rolling for portents. A 3 and a 10.
You wake up on the morning of the 23rd of Ravensfrost. The last what is essentially Saturday, rests end before the night of Cerulean Stars, aka Christmas.
Both the weekend before Christmas and all through the town.
Not a Barnaby was stirring. He had such a frown.
Oh.
That's why I made the tweet.
French flag, bread, book, dice.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because we're in France land. Got it.
I couldn't think of any words that I wanted to use to describe what was going on, and I was like, I don't need them.
You know what? Just be cryptic. Yeah.
Oh boy.
Draw them in. Be provocative.
Well, I don't know about you guys, but seeing as we were told that the library is in the fancy part of the city, Willow's going to put on one of the dresses that she made for herself that I have endearingly termed the swan dress, which has fabric cut in the shape of feathers on all over it. It's just a white and gold dress. And I'm going to be very fancy today.
Nice.
Hopefully, we don't have to fight because I'll be very sad if this dress gets messed up.
I was going to say, Betty's just going to wear what Betty wears.
Yeah.
I would say not dirty clothes, but like dusty.
Dusty.
Ashes to ashes, dust to dust.
Bird to pineapple.
No, that's not how that works.
Yeah, usually if you apply a bird to a pineapple, you end up with a very swished bird. Or at least a very upset one.
Mm-hmm.
Depends on the bird. If it's a fucking falcon, I don't think it's gonna.
You being a falcon with a pineapple, and you see how living.
You being a falcon with a pineapple and you die.
That's not true.
The pineapple is taken out of the equation in that instance.
The only equation is it's successful. You missing does not mean that you have applied a pineapple to a falcon. That's not the point of this.
No, but I'm saying you apply pineapple to falcon results in your death.
I'm not fighting with you. You like to go around the issue. Anyways, you all have the day to yourselves. What is your plans for today?
I'm going to the fucking library. I'm gonna read stuff.
All right.
I assumed you were going to the library.
While Alex is not here, Saywin will continue to accompany whoever the majority of the group is. If Hessel chooses that he does not care what is happening, the party will go to the library.
I'm actually going to go directly meet with the king. Actually.
Okay, I mean, yeah, you can certainly.
You mean the one person we were told explicitly not to interact with on pain of death
I'm impulsive. You know?
by a god? We were told by your god
By
specifically.
your-
Yeah, you said, is there anything I shouldn't do? And that is, you know.
Yo,
Listen.
anything to fuck up your plans, do
All
not
right,
need.
all right. I'll go watch these losers read.
I mean, they could probably rent like a video game or something.
Literally, for context of this for the stream, we were talking about what information we wanted to find in the library so that Brandon could make stuff, and Tweak just said, "I'm not doing research. I'm just here to hold the purse." like a boyfriend at the mall.
Yeah, hurry up.
And
Which one of these do you like? I don't know, the blue one?
I'm
None
setting
of
up
these
the
are
other
blue.
guys holding their book bags. That's my first time here. I think, you know, it's a really cool hallway.
They've got a bro.
really cool hallway.
They're one of those really like a Neiman Marcus or something that has like the dude bro couch circle, just for all the husbands and boyfriends to go sit in, and ends up just being a Magic the Gathering dueling pit. I don't know anything about this at all. Anyways, let's continue.
Or toddler deathmatch.
Arm the toddlers with $40 spoons. First to lose an eye win.
Invade homesteads.
All right. Library. We gotta get into
I
the
just love
fancy
the
part of
idea of
the
a war happening in a mall, and it's
Quickly!
like fucking, we're sending the army to homesteads. We'll cut them off at winners.
Lighters at dawn in the perfume section. We'll find out which ones are flammable.
We'll take our last stand there, men.
Oh, we're weird already. Oh no.
The medic bay is the mattress and comforters section.
Yeah,
Oh,
God,
terrible.
it would be.
Yeah.
Women's clothing is just outlaw. There's no rules. It's contested territory.
The no man's land.
Yeah,
Literally.
yeah.
Oh,
All right. We gotta get into the fancy area of the city. Let's
yes. You all begin heading towards this. Beautiful. Could theoretically stop some heavy duty artillery, but is primarily just this over etched, incredibly polished, beautiful 60-foot marble wall.
Jesus Christ.
These massive doors and the portcullises raised high into the sky. The doors are open today, as nothing has happened in the city to raise any alarms or anything.
What a suspicious thing to say with no provocation.
I don't know what y'all are gonna
Yeah.
do. Y'all
Yeah.
are the most potential big troublemakers right now in the city. Your decisions can cause things to shift or crumble rapidly. I'm just putting things in perspective.
I like how Brandon's even prepared for the inevitable. He's like, I don't know what they're gonna do,
Like
but
if-
it's gonna be something.
Like if one of y'all
Where's
just
the
fucking-
guy's house?
It's this one.
You know what? Sure,
Okay.
Hessel can go and deal with that himself.
Well,
Yeah, that
yeah.
one.
No.
You don't need anybody to help you with that, right?
I think if I walk in there, the stones are going to come to life and attack me.
I don't think that's what's going to happen.
It's going to be like a fight where the objective is not to kill people because the stone people are just innocent worshippers.
Yeah, where the stones like chipped off of their face and they're just like, help me, and their arms are like grabbing at your throat and stuff. Yeah.
Oh God,
Yeah.
that'd be horrifying.
Well, I have not planned anything like that at all whatsoever. Anyways.
Yeah, sure you haven't.
You make your way to the gate with these knights in these oh God, what is a good way to describe this?
Frenchmen.
Like a lighter steel full plate armor with these helmets that obfuscate the whole face. You can see like just little slashes of whatever humanoid is underneath these helms, with these
Like
large
classical...
large red plumes of feathers that come off the top of the head. They're
Got it, Bill and Ted Knights.
Chest plates have the crest, the Cortetan crest, gilded on there, and then the surrounding area is ceramicked in, so it's this shiny pearlescent white to like offstand the gold and just make it pop. Beautifully ornate, very clearly incredibly expensive armor.
So that's where all their military budget goes.
They wield these massive glaives, full 10-foot spear pole arms with these large inward curved hooked blades, clearly meant to be aiming at necks while on horseback. Yeah. Very efficient, very back heavy, cleaving weapons. They stand
Great.
there. They stand at the sides. Very, very large men and women stand. 4 on each side of this doorway. You can see several up in the parapets, looking down. Some of them even seemingly armed with those newer to the area firearms. And just thinking of, I don't know, something about that is just so satisfying. Seeing a giant knight in plate armor with like a Lee Enfield rifle is just like, yeah, that's fantasy.
Yeah.
That's peak fantasy.
Like, I nailed it. I got the RuneScape aesthetic.
RuneScape got my aesthetic, please. But you walk through the doors undisturbed. And as you're walking through the doors, the variety of people suddenly and drastically shifts from the like farmer-esque, the grays and the browns and the light green clothing, khaki pants, cobbled shoes. You come into town and see people wearing flowing capes of glittering stars and silly hats and mages' robes and people of all creeds and from distant plains, and this is where the adventurers go in Bosquette.
Aha. They might have information I want.
But even the ground becomes of a higher quality as you walk through these gates, replaced from the well-worn marble steps that have lost all their corners and edges. You come into the town and it's like perfectly smooth and just textured enough to like not be slippery when it rains. Beautiful architecture. You understand now why this town is so well revered by those who have visited here. This is where their money goes. This is,
Mm.
you know, this is where they hope to bring adventurers to come join them.
I see. Well, I don't care for this fancy dancy architecture.
I mean, I do.
Is the entire Feywild
Then why
like
don't you marry it?
I'm,
Because you can't marry a building.
also, this is
Among
so
many other
fucking. You don't need
reasons.
this much shit.
What are you talking about need? You realize where you come from, right?
I know, I understand, but I'm just saying it'd be better on a
Well,
boat.
then what
than
are
it
you
would
even saying?
And Betty, to
I'm s-
answer your question, remember that room that when we first contacted Dwayne, she'd whisper that to Betty.
Yeah.
When we contacted him, that room that was ornate with a ceiling made of gold and silver leaves.
Yeah, I fucking hated it.
That room exists. I've been there. It was down the hall from my routine offices.
Just blink at you. All right, let's go to the library. She doesn't want to think about that much wealth being in one location and her not owning it. She's not mad that the library exists. She's mad that she doesn't own the library.
Yeah.
And she
Everything
can't take it apart.
here is
Nope.
shiny and glittery, and some like some gutters are even gilded. Like,
Oh my god.
No, she's like, she would dismantle this thing in a heartbeat.
so whether it be real gold or simulated or the use of magic or illusion or turned
We'll
lead to
figure
gold,
it out
whatever.
as we get rid of it. We'll figure it out as we're moving it out of the building.
Highly recommend not, but you may do as you wish.
Not, yeah. Bad idea.
Great idea.
You make your way down this beautiful main thoroughfare that is lined with magic shops and boutiques and clothing stores of the highest caliber, jewel cutters. What's up?
No, I'm just gonna put it in chat in all capital letters so everyone knows what it is.
But yeah, you everything that you need as an adventurer is on this main thoroughfare as you head to the library.
The library.
Which as you round the corner where you can see it, what's the best way to put this? Like some St. Petersburg ass bullshit. Like a square building that's 4 stories tall that has 4 like wizard towers on the corner and then a giant wizard's tower in the center that goes up like another 6 floors from the 4 floors before, all like tipped with these like beautiful spears of like crystalline magic that just catches the sunlight and reflects it down like little droplets of sun. Beautiful golden building. Just sitting versus a lovely little park with a little pond in the middle of it. A very picturesque little center of town, as it were. The main bazaar of the city. The main bazaar of the city sits behind sits behind the library. You catch a quick glimpse of like rather nice like tarps set up, about like little trading tents and the like behind the library, but clearly like using the library to hide like everyday commerce and to just show their opulence.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We don't have grocery stores. Just look at this.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, it catches your eye and doesn't let it leave. You see patrols of those same knights with the large glaives, now riding on the backs of ground drakes or guard drakes, flightless dragons related to the wyverns, very loyal creatures, very big, seemingly patrolling around the park and public areas, that people seem to just step aside as if this is normal affairs.
Yeah. As we head down the thoroughfare, I'm going to very quickly duck into an apothecary and buy a series of herbs.
Sure. Make me a perception check.
Gladly.
Not a hard DC.
Oh, damn it.
Damn
Okay,
it.
21.
Yeah.
Never mind. Not damn it.
I was like, what?
No damn it. No damn it's needed. It did weird things in D&D Beyond, but we're fine.
You see what you thought was a tree at the back of like a walled garden, sort of. You realize is a building built under the roots of a large oak tree that covers this
Ooh.
little ground. A singular little shack with like a greenhouse to the back of it, and just a lovely little wild garden where mushrooms and things of the like. You see little rabbits run and hide into the thick bush that surrounds the garden as you approach.
Cool.
Well, I understand this. I understand what they were going for, but this is a terrible way to advertise a business.
A sign on the bush says Laurie's Garden Gate.
I
I thought it
will.
was a tree. It's not helpful.
I will go into the Laurie's Garden Gate and
Sure. You open the simple green wooden door. Push it open. It creaks a little bit before hitting the bell that's above. But standing there, simply rearranging some things, is a creature that you have not seen in quite a long time. Since before you traveled to the Prime Material.
oh,
A female Harengon stands there.
a bunny.
A rabbit folk from fey tales as old as time. Was a chocolate brown, but is starting to gain the facial gray circle as it like spreads out.
A little.
Getting older in the years, but the long ears that rest somewhere below the waist, behind the counter.
Getting long in the tooth.
Looks up. Greetings. How may I help you today?
I will greet her back in Sylvan. And then switch back to common. Yes, I need I'm working on a bit of a project and I need I need these herbs, and I'll hand her a list of herbs, which has on it sunflower, nettle, hemlock, allspice, rowan, snapdragon, indigo dye, four-leaf clover, ginger, and lily of the valley.
Okay. Easily enough, she's just like, oh, some of these I have to. No, it's asked for in quite some time. I do propagate some four-leaf clover, a little bit of home magic, but give me a moment. I'll go collect. Unless you would like to help me for a moment.
Of course, and I will assist.
Sure. She puts up a little sign that in Sylvan and Common says, "Be right back, helping a customer 5 minutes."
Yay!
And she holds open the little slide latch door for you to come behind, and she walks back into her little garden, which
It is lovely.
yeah, you can see there are some ways in and out for any creatures that might get trapped in here. Just massive, twice the size of the little shop. Greenhouse. And she begins to collect the things for you.
And I will stand by and be, I guess, the basket holder.
Yeah.
Because I mean, it's like I don't know where anything is, but
while she's back there with you, she speaks to you in Sylvan. It's been some time since I was able to speak this tongue. Where are you from? What are you up to?
Mithrindine, and returning, to answer in short.
You say Mithrindine. She said, "Oh, I wish you luck. It's quite dangerous these days."
It's been some time since I've been back. I've heard rumors. What's happened?
You can, and this is all in Sylvan. She begins to weave a little tale that I'm gonna get like through 50 pages. There we go. That's one. That one. It's like, well, the Feywild is not as stable as it used to be. For a place of perpetual chaos, this is different. Some 20 years of pushing towards war has been pushing some of the courts to and past the breaking point. The cords and treaties pushed and broken, borders being pressed by magic. The Winter and Sealy Court has gained an unnatural power. They've shed their fey-like ways and seem no longer to be affected by iron itself. They wear dark steels from the hells now, controlling some storm-like magics. They push winter forward, and the gods there don't seem to react. It's like they don't care, or maybe they've been cast out. It's unclear.
Cast out? That's unlikely, but concerning if true. I heard something about the moon being marched forward into autumn lands.
It's unclear, but they have lost control of the moon. It is now under the control of, as what we can tell, the Unseelie Court. As no response has been had. But all's not lost. They have gained power, but in doing so, they have made themselves an enemy of the other Unseelie courts as well. So, whether it's a tentative three-way war or an alliance could be made, but war has not quite broken out there, but it's teetering in the balance these days.
So I've got. I mean, it's. The last time I was there, it was all an uneasy alliance, but it seemed like since the winter strife, we'd all agreed to stay within our borders. It was stagnant and dull, but it was stable. Someone's meddling.
Someone is meddling. Rumor is someone's made some deals with some very powerful devils. And the demons are not too keen that they've pushed their battlefield elsewhere, and so are also meddling.
That would explain the Hell Iron. Well,
she pulls you a little.
Perhaps something can be sorted if my plan goes according.
Well, I wish you the best of luck. As she says that, she flips a small little batch of about 10 four-leaf clovers and puts them in a little.
Yes, that's so many.
You can see literally all the clovers that she has are four-leafed.
That's fucking awesome.
It's a small little patch, like a foot by a foot, but
I mean, hey, if you cultivated a strain of specifically just four-leaf clover.
Yeah. Yeah, she puts it in a little like a little paper envelope that she folds.
Oh, and I forgot to I would have asked for that in character, but also on the list is mugwort, or not mugwort, moonwort. Because I'm gonna do my experiment.
Yeah, she gives you a look like she might understand what you're doing, and gives it to you in a little stoppered vial.
Nothing ventured, nothing gained. And I guess we'd continue talking about past, present, and future niceties as we return into the shop.
But yeah, she gathers all of the all of your ingredients, weighs them out, give you what you require from what you have. Gives you the option between some dried sunflower heads or fresh ones.
Dried is fine.
They're a little bit cheaper. Four-leaf clovers are the most expensive thing here.
Makes sense.
All in all, for what you have here, and for the town inflation, 65 gold.
Oof. All right, I will.
But she gives you a fair amount of each of these things.
Yeah, I am sure it is fair. And so
half of the value is the four-leaf clover.
I am sure half of the value is the four-leaf clover, and I will pay 65 gold for and depart with the usual courtesies.
Yeah.
as depicting or as befitting a successful transaction.
Nice. All right. Now you have tiny little aesthetic vials and paper folded and sealed envelopes of ingredients, all marked for the usage.
All right, and then I'll go back. I'll go join back up with the others. Sorry about that. Just need an errand. Oh, Betty, would you mind helping me later with a bit of a trial, as it were?
Okay. I guess.
And yeah,
I am
that is all I will say.
Yeah.
unless you ask me more. So.
No. Betty's probably gonna forget she has to do it.
Well, Willow won't. So.
Yeah. Betty's like, oh yeah, I committed to that, didn't I?
Yes, you did.
Oh yeah, but yeah, you all
The library.
You all continue onward to what I described earlier, the beautiful gilded library. And you see an interesting thing as you approach the library, walking around the guard drakes mounted by these giant paladin looking esque heavily armored individuals. An open portcullis and like a small office with a door behind them that's closed as you approach the library. A single water genasi sits behind the desk with a little tiny pair of glasses resting upon his nose. Hair shaved on the sides. Slick and long ponytail that curls all the way down far past the back and disappears somewhere behind them. They're wearing a set of deep, like crushed velvet, almost guard attire, but it's too fancy to be guard attire. This is like an attendant for, the king or queen sitting here just like out in front of the, like in this little like cordoned off entryway of the library at a desk. They're scribbling away into a leather bound book, seemingly making notes on something as you approach. They set the book aside. How may I help you?
I'm looking to get some books, or at least read some books.
You're looking to get some books? I'm afraid you're at the wrong place.
I'm looking to read some books.
That maybe we may be able to arrange something.
In externally, Willow is just neutral, but internally she's rolling her eyes.
Oh, Betty wants to slap him.
Yeah.
This is the kind of word twisting that like amateurs do.
Yeah.
It's
Now, please present any official adventures denotation, albeit a token or a badge or a card saying you're part of an Adventurers Guild,
I pull
or
out my Monster Hunters.
or proof of your pedigree that you belong in the city.
Yeah, no, okay. She pulls out the Monster Hunters.
The Monsters Hunters Guild from where?
We
Dragon's
have...
called. Dragon's called.
Well, I think we have two, don't we?
Do we?
Because we also sold to people in Saywin City.
Oh,
Oh, the
and
beast.
Neverborn.
Oh yeah, the Beast
yeah.
Republic.
Yeah.
Yeah, so two
So we-
locations that are not good.
I
mean,
would say
I'm gonna
just
be-
produce both to show that we've been
Yeah,
to two different
I'll
places.
I was gonna say, yeah, that's probably a good idea.
They
Show clearly we're travelers. You know?
Yeah, they look at both. Fairly well regarded travelers. Very well, fine adventurer you are. Slides them back towards you, Betty, and then
Thank you.
reaches their hand out for the next set. Checking everybody.
I'm fine sitting in the lobby, to be honest. I'm not much of a reader.
The Genasi goes, you look like it. There are seats on each side of here, but you are permitted to enter the library if you wish. There are better seats inside.
I'll assure you, I'm going to be more comfortable out here.
Very well. It's a chilly day. All right, you sit on the stone benches that line the sides of this little outdoor. There are a couple people also sitting here. But it gets up to Claudia just also goes, I'm gonna stick outside. It's y'all enjoy books. I'm gonna go see what the city has to offer. She scampers off.
Ba-doom,
Yep.
ba-doom, ba-doom.
Ba-dum. All right.
Alrighty, but yeah, you three enter the city.
Yeah. Or the
Library.
Or library, sorry.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Outside on the bench, I'm going to say that I meditate and commune.
Alrighty.
To ask if I'll ask one question and then I'll think of two more while they library.
Okay.
I only really have one question.
Okay.
Will whatever initiates the war in our plane also initiate conflict elsewhere?
No.
Okay. It's not every plane all at once.
as
Which
fun
is-
as that would be.
Thank God,
Yeah,
bro.
that'd be bad.
Yeah,
That'd be
that would be fucked up.
Fun is the word you're looking for.
No.
The everywhere war.
The everywhere war.
No.
And then I will think of two more as they read.
Okie dokie.
What is your favorite color?
You think Betty wants to go to the nerd place? She doesn't want to go to the nerd place, but she has to.
You read more than everyone.
This is correct.
Listen, she still doesn't like it.
You
That's
you
literally
read
not
more
true.
than the
You
wizard.
advocate for it more than us.
You
I
read more
advocate
than the
for
wizard.
information. I advocate for information.
You
Yeah.
get information from
I
talking
would
to people.
outright advocate not to. That's the difference. Nerd.
Nerd. He says as the door closes. Several people from inside turn and look.
This is how we get kicked out of the library.
But yeah, you enter, and three other attendants are sitting at a much larger desk inside. And a series of rules on a giant plaque sits in front of them, taking up what is it like? They're large letters, so it's 6 feet wide and 3 feet tall on this copper sheet.
Goodness.
Rule number 1: no taking of any any reading material outside of the premises. If you need to make notes, please do so, but return the books when you are done. Basic rules of a non-lending library. This is a resource place.
Resource library, not lending library.
Yes.
Got it. Do not steal the books. They're probably RFID tagged.
There also
Yes.
there are
Brandon, you turned on the hand.
how did I turn on the hand? Go away, hand.
I don't know, but I just looked at
Yeah.
my phone and saw the hand.
Leave me alone, hand. Stop petting my eye stalk.
I was confused.
I have it set up to where it's like some donation sets it off, but also I can make a hand motion to turn it on. But I definitely did not put my fingers together like uwu. That's the
Oh my
Not
god.
the hand motion?
Yeah. I have to use both of my hands in front of my eyes to turn it on.
You're insane. Anyways,
No, I get it.
anyways, don't steal the books. What's the next thing?
Like there's like several things about like, so like subsections of that rule that just basically break that out. Yeah, don't steal books. The second thing is this is the resource center desk, but outside the resource center, there will be no help finding things within the library. This is it's up to you to find things. They will return books for you if you cannot find where they are, but they will not help you find books. The library is too vast to have that many people helping all of the students that are here. And which you can
Fair
see
point.
as you look around, there's probably 300 or 400 people here on this first floor that you can see moving around. This is a huge library. Everything is marked and denotated to help you find stuff in a world without the Dewey Decimal System, but something similar. First floor is general studies. Second floor is magical studies. Third floor is innovations of the modern world, and fourth floor is restricted access.
Why do I feel like I'm gonna need the most on restricted access? Damn it.
Oh,
You'll need special permission or money to get up there.
Jesus.
But yes, as you enter the library, you see there are two more guards inside, and they sort of stop at the sides. And one of the people in the center goes, "A donation of 25 gold would make your time in the library much more accommodating." And she just smiles.
what the fuck does that mean?
The guards
Like,
just,
if you're
like,
gonna ask, yeah.
the guards step and block, and this is sort of one of them leans forward to you. "It's not official, but we need funds to keep the library open. We are taking donations."
I am going to insight that to make sure that they're not just
Sure.
taking the money.
Make an
Because
insight.
that's my assumption.
Feel like they are, but
14.
14. Seems really stern and earnest.
I'm still not donating fucking money to the library.
Mhm.
I will look at all of them in turn. I mean, that does sound worthwhile, but we haven't exactly had the experience of this library yet. So how would we be to judge? But furthermore, you are directly impeding myself, a representative of the Queen of Mithrandine. So I would suggest
Make
that
a
you let us
persuasion check Or a deception check. Whatever you
It is true.
I know.
I didn't say I was acting on behalf of the queen, but I am
understand,
a representative.
but I will let you choose.
I will be making a persuasion check. I mean, it's the same roll, but I feel better about this one.
16. Very well, you can donate at any time you wish. If you find the library to be satisfactory, a 25 gold donation would be appreciated.
Thank you.
Like,
And I will stride forward.
yeah, I just move forward.
Yeah, the guards sort of like don't move out of the way, so you have to like squeeze around them.
Oh, I will confidently stride.
Yeah.
I will if I see that they don't move out of the way, I will take one more step and be beyond them because face step.
Yeah.
I mean, I could thunder step, but I feel like that's just gonna cause a lot more.
Yeah, that's bad. That mine doesn't do damage.
That'll cause the old pause and roll.
Yeah.
Was it still at the entrance?
Yeah, it was like right beyond
the
front
door.
desk.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? Before I go in, Betty's gonna go to Hessel.
You're gonna leave the door?
No.
You go back?
Yeah.
Okay. You leave.
Hairpins. You have hairpins.
Nope. She left.
Yeah, but I feel like I need to ask this in person.
Oh, Jesus.
All right. You walk back outside. The doors close.
Well,
Yeah.
You hear the guards.
I cannot vouch for.
You hear in the background.
Vouch for you.
Don't let that one back in. They don't seem like they're going to pay.
All right. I head to Hessel.
Okay.
All right. I'm really fucking bad at searching for shit. I'll give you 50 gold if you help me.
What?
I need books, and I'm terrible because I don't know how fucking libraries work. But you guys have a good eye. So I will pay you money if you come and help me.
And I'll be right back. Continue.
I truly don't think this is worth it for me.
Oh,
but what are you even looking for?
I'm just looking for some books on some stuff. Like I got a list.
Yeah, that'll be easy to find.
No, I know.
Here,
I got
point at just a general section of building. There's plenty of books beyond that point.
Motherfucker, listen to me. I've got a list, and they are issued, or they're written, and most likely to least likely to find. So ideally, I'd like your help with the least likely to find. Or at least any of it. Please? Betty said please.
Guide me.
Betty said please.
Alright.
I appreciate it. To give him 50
I don't care. I don't take your money. Trust me, this is nothing to me.
I feel... Okay, we're just gonna go. We're just gonna go back in. And I'm just gonna throw the 50 gold at the guards as I walk in.
Do they let her back in is the question.
Did you say you give the 50 gold to the guards?
Yeah, but I'm gonna throw it at them.
Oh my god, Betty!
Oh. Betty, roll me an intimidation check.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Intimidation, there we go.
You throw the money at the guard, and he goes in a defensive stance and just pole arm strikes your throat.
Oh my god!
Plus 11 on these boys.
Ooh.
They're not going for a.
I mean, that'll hit.
Yeah, they're not going for lethal, but they like pin you to the ground.
I'm just gonna look at him. You wanted fucking money.
Don't go assaulting royal guards.
It's not assaulting. It's
I'm gonna
paying you.
pat Betty down, take the list, and go inside.
The attendants are picking
You
it
can
up.
keep that coin.
Yeah, the attendants are picking it up, and they usher the guard off of you.
Mhm.
They're like, she paid. It's fine. Don't worry. They paid twice. Don't worry. He's like, the guy's like all huffed and mad.
Yeah,
And he's like,
that's
he
fine. I'm
opens
just
up
holding
his.
my throat
Yeah.
when I'm going in.
Yeah, he's like, you
All
see
right.
as he's leaving, he's dumping coins out of his helmet. They like went through the slit.
Good.
What is
I want to
wrong
make this
with
as
you?
inconvenient as possible.
What is wrong with you?
A lot.
And Willow does not know any of this.
No,
stuff.
Willow's
Betty
already-
has issues with authority. I don't know if you've noticed that or not.
Ugh. There's
And I guess Willow pulling rank just was the straw that broke Betty's back.
Oh, and Betty was like, I can't fucking deal with this.
I can't deal with it.
There's not liking authority. There's just being an asshole. The guys are just like doing their job, and you're like, you know, fuck you. It's like the kids who like drive by in their Jeep and throw like fireworks at like
Not
mall
the same
cops.
thing.
Yeah, same thing. Just
Nuh-uh.
It's literally a library.
Betty doesn't care where it is.
Rose
They're
is
asking for
starting fights
unofficial
in the
money. She's
library.
going to assume that it's a bribe.
Rose starting fights in the library.
No, the bribe
And
is
in
on the
return,
fourth
you
floor.
just had to bribe them.
Yeah,
On the fourth floor.
the bribes are
That
on
is-
the fourth floor.
That is
Bribes
not
are in the
wrong.
restricted section, motherfucker.
Yeah, they're just asking for donations. They're just being slightly aggressive about it.
Yeah. And I'm being a little bit more aggressive about it.
Anyways, somehow the most tropical bird is the most trailer trash here.
Grew up on a fired ship. I don't know what you
I don't
want.
think it's a somehow. I think it's always been this way.
I still am like blown away by it every time.
Every time. It's every goddamn session.
Yeah. Cause it's never like fuck the police, like punk. It's like I actively, just because I could, shit in that urinal. Like I went into the men's restroom and shit in the urinal for fun. Like,
Oh, dear.
that's the energy. Ha! Take that, custodian, you asshole.
All right, we
I wanna
all
say
in
you're
various
wrong, but-
shapes are in the. We're all in the library in various
what?
ways, shapes, and forms.
Who wants to go
Willow
first?
thinks the Feywild's gonna go well.
Oh boy. Who wants to go first, and what are you searching for? And if you are searching for the same thing, I'll say you guys just go together. Because some of your things cross over.
Mm-hmm.
What did I not get answered in this list? I think it's a better question.
Well, she's deciding that. I'll go first. I'm gonna start by on the second floor, the magical research area, and I'm gonna look up enchantments for temporal anchoring and planar control, and also anti-petrification magic, which I didn't think of earlier but did think of now.
All right. So we'll do one at a time. One is easier than the other.
Which one is which?
The time stuff is harder.
That makes sense.
So make me a investigation check and tell me which one you're starting with.
I was typing notes. I'm gonna start investigation check, you said?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna start with the temporal stuff. Just because I think that's gonna take the longest amount of time. That's actually gonna be replaced with a 10.
Okay, for 15.
A 10 dice, so it's for 15.
Okay.
Reject your reality and substitute my own.
I can give you some of this information.
Okay. Some is better than none.
I fucking assaulted a police.
You did.
So a number of books on time manipulation and their studies. For the most part, all attempts at messing with time end up in failure. There are more lost wizards in time than there are wizards who have attempted to mess with the timeline in any way.
Wait, what? That's weird.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Messing with older magic, even if you didn't mean to, is a big
big ouch.
A big ouch. But and it's far more common for people to just disappear and never return once they start going down this path of studying this sort of magic. The temporal magic is not something to be lightly trifled with.
All right. This yeah.
I trifled with it constantly. It was right.
It was all right.
Time stop is considered like the highest end of like the maximum peak of a natural humanoid messing with time, and just stopping it for a few seconds is like a
not
huge
chosen.
Yeah. Is a huge task. And with a 15 you would get this. It's basically out of the purview of non-gods and demigods to mess with the flow of time, even for small amounts. A day is a significant portion to mess with. And apparently in the Age of Arcanum, several chunks of Imperialite were used to bend the universe to the whims of the casters, but that led to far more issues than actual successful time travel.
Okay. So Imperialite could be useful, but unproven. Well, this doesn't answer any questions that I had on that particular or on this particular idea, but it doesn't exactly negate that idea. It could
Doesn't make the questions.
It could still work, this idea that I have, but it seems like it would be much more difficult than anticipated.
Yeah, you if you were trying to staple a place in time, you'd probably need a fair chunk of Imperialite, and Imperialite is literally the rarest mineral in existence.
What if I'm not trying to staple a place, I'm stapling a person to a point in time, and then walking through a door to another place.
Same.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a huge, it's a Herculean feat. Time is not to be trifled with.
Yep. Okay. Anti-petrification. Let's go.
Much easier. Yeah, make me an investigation check. 17. Okay.
Another 17.
The easiest production of anti-petrification stuff is where is it? I forgot the name of the creature. I didn't have this stuff set up.
Basilisk.
Yes, basilisk. The
Basilisk
stomach lining of basilisks is used to make potions of anti-petrification because there is a enzyme that reacts with petrified flesh to turn it to regular flesh, and that's why they eat statues and stone and such. So hunting basilisks is like one of the best ways to make such potions, but that's also dangerous work because, well, basilisks turn you to stone as well.
Yeah.
But there are other methods as well. Simple edits have been made to the flesh to stone spell. It does not put specifications on it. But some simple changes were made to sigils in that spell to make it do the reverse for roughly the same spell level.
And what level is Flesh to Stone?
I think it's a 6th level spell. Maybe it's a 5th. I'm
gonna look it up.
Yeah, but and then there's also some it's believed some items have been enchanted, like the internals of gorgons and medusas have been used to make items that give you anti-petrification or resistance to it. But that seems to be starting to veer off of what you were looking for.
Okay. Oof. Okay, so that's for my first one. The only other two that I've got are overlap. I know overlap with Betty, and probably involve the restricted section because they involve other planes.
No, but other planes are just
okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Betty, what? Let's go back to you. What do you?
Yeah. All right. First thing I want to do is I want to get a general history of Torringeth, and I want to figure out if we can get some insight on what the fuck is in the caldera. Because if we can figure out what he's done,
a history on Torringeth.
Yeah.
We can just talk to him.
I don't think he's gonna tell us everything.
All right. Ask his daughter.
I don't think she's gonna tell us everything, or she may not know. I'm telling you, books.
All right. That shouldn't be hard. Give me the list. I'm gonna look for what's difficult. You can look for that.
Okay, Brandon, is that all of the things that were
Yeah, everything else I think I've answered.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, those 3.
Okay, I'll send Tweak the list. Not that it's a secret, because I think Mad knows what the list is too. But
Mad does know what the list is.
Yeah, the Asgard one we'll do last because y'all will all sort of be together on that one. But yeah, if you want to look for Torringeth stuff, make me an investigation check.
I guess I look at ghost stuff then? If we're doing Asgard as a group.
I was gonna say you can come with me for Torringeth if you want.
No, this will be much better because I'm gonna cast a 2nd level spell. I'm gonna cast Enhance Ability on myself. Intelligence.
Okay.
I get advantage. That way, we don't have to worry about help action. I'll just be my own check.
Okay. I will learn nothing about Torringeth. Let's go.
Not a high DC.
Investigation?
Investigation.
Okay. Do I have advantage to recall information about Fey, Fiends, or Undead?
I have a 21.
He is none of those things, so no.
You're also not recalling your learning.
Yeah. Oh, 18. No issue.
Much better than I thought it was gonna be.
There is several books on just like the history of dragons and their influence on the prime material. There's like an entire book that is literally written about, and you have to sort of pick through it because it's definitely one of those like biographies that's written trying to like vilify somebody.
Oh yeah.
Rather than it's written in a light that makes him look definitely like the villain.
Yeah.
But and I wrote this in like very very shorthand so that I could fit it on less than a page.
God.
But for an 18, you pretty much get this whole thing.
Nice.
And I'm just gonna read this as I wrote it because I just think it's funny. Torngeth was a big badass great worm and has been seen fighting even as far back as the First God's War as one of Tiamat's generals before he was ordered to slaughter all the wormlings after defeating all of the current living gold dragons. He broke his vow, going into hiding on the prime material and living as a hermit in what was an unoccupied space, but is now the mountains above Eldervane. His defiance was met with constant strife, but as his challengers lost time and time again against his mighty azure breath, worshippers flocked to his foothills. His location was lost to nearly all those except for his followers, who were reluctant to or who he reluctantly accepted. After time and the changing of the planet from the Second God's War, he decided to found the first Drakocracy, a society for dragons and where dragons were not vilified. All those who would relinquish their ties to their former masters were welcomed. After roughly 100 years of growth, several nations took notice and thought that the dragons were plotting another conquest, and the dragon hunts began anew. Nearly all the dragons on the prime material were hunted down and destroyed. Only those strong enough to hold their own, or that who banded together under Torngeth's banner, survived. As a means to stop any further bloodshed, a treaty was proposed, and those who did not sign were at war with Torngeth alone. Barthetton was the first to sign, as they were friends and they had been trading for a number of years already with them. Dorwayne quickly followed because they thought the dragons were lesser creatures and could be easily removed at any point if they became an issue. Ardenist and at the time the newly formed quartet refused to sign or even broker peace and began sending troops to invade Drakenkrone, seeing this as a threat. Torngeth told his followers to hold within the magic barrier of the city, and he would return victorious. Within a month, the treaty was signed by both sides, and 19 cities and towns were razed from the maps. Torngeth returned and rested for nearly 10 years in secret. He had been so gravely wounded that he fell into a deep slumber that no magic could awaken him from. The rest was considered to be such a secret that all those who fell in other countries would end themselves rather than be extorted for information, even if their allegiances were not known to Drakenkrone. Fate was on the side of the first king of Drakenkrone, and Archpriestess of Bahamut was told of the affliction from the god himself. She traveled to him and began the process of healing him, taking nearly a year for him to finally recover. Because of her aid, she was rewarded a place in the city, and the worship of Bahamut and Tiamat was re-sanctioned within the city, so long as they were not considered agents of either god trying to unravel the safe haven that he had constructed.
Huh.
When did that priestess come in?
Let's see, Drakenkrone is roughly 200 years ago, roughly.
Oh, okay.
So,
Interesting. All right.
but I mean, for the most part, do you know anything else about the caldera? Do you know the creature that's there?
He was gravely wounded. So badly that he had to fucking have a nap.
Yeah. But that is the power of great worms. They do not need to eat, they just need to sleep to heal.
So it's another dragon in the culture.
Well, no, he killed, yeah, you guys knew that one.
Yeah.
But,
yeah, I know.
But yeah, no, he obliterated a bunch of towns and stuff around, and
yeah.
But yeah,
And I guess he got injured in the process of that.
Yeah.
So it was in the burninating, not in the fighting of whatever's under the color.
Yeah.
He is officially not fought the thing under there.
Okay.
Yeah.
They have never met in combat, but this does not talk about this. There is a section in the beginning describing the other the great worms that were the generals, and one of them sort of matches the description of a shadow scaled dragon.
Let's look more into that, shall we?
There is no more information about that.
Can we get a name?
I mean, we know the name of what's under the color.
I know, but
I mean, yeah, it's the same name.
It's the same name? Okay.
Yeah, but there's literally no information on that creature.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I mean, the fact that it's known about at all is kind of nice.
Yeah.
So. Okay.
But was it Shirok? Yeah, Shirok.
Yeah, Shirok. So he was also one of Tiamat's generals, and I would wager he did not defect.
No.
I would wager he would have absolutely killed the babies.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. The only thing in this book about him is his name and title, Shirok, the Doom Who Waits.
Yeah.
Or the Shirok, the Doom Who Waits, and Shirok, the Doom, and the Shadow of Shadows.
Yeah. Matt, I may have to get your notes just on that part, because
yeah, don't worry.
Thank you. All right. What's Hessel find?
And Hessel was looking into the ghost stuff, which I've basically very, very simplified because it's well, this is fucked up. There we go. Okay, I can read that now. For the ghost stuff, there's not really anything in details of a bloodline that would whatchamacallit, of a bloodline that would let you communicate with ghosts. Nothing comes up with that sort of line of research. But talking with the dead is sort of a more easy thing to approach. And from the most part, just sheer luck. Sometimes people are more attuned with the ethereal plane, and those touched by death, those who have seen death at a young age, and those who have been to the other side have an easier time dealing with the ethereal plane and seeing where it leaks through.
Makes sense.
But outside of that, there doesn't seem to be any connection.
Okay.
I move on from this quickly, realizing I'm finding nothing.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go over to Willow to see if she also has a list.
Yeah,
she needs help with something she can't find.
Willow's next thing would be looking up any, like, within the last 5 years accounts of Fey Court activity and any recent accounts of Fey Gates in the nearby area.
I will save you a roll here, all of these books, the like youngest or the earliest entries are some like 40, 50 years old.
Damn it.
These are all older books. But for the mentioning face stuff.
Yeah. So word of mouth seems to be where I'm going to get the best
Mhm.
information.
Yeah.
And I have been getting good information.
Yeah.
I'll have to revisit the Herringon.
All right.
Yeah, that was my only other question. The last one remaining is looking up Uarin, the constellation in Asgard.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So the group meets back up in the general studies section that pertaining to the gods. Ooh, I went from a very dark screen to a very bright screen and got flashbang. Alrighty. Are you all looking for the same things in this regard, or are you looking?
I mean, Betty's just looking for any information on Asgard.
Okay.
And
You
know, who lives there? How do you get to it? What is there? What is it?
Okay, you're doing much more generalized. And Mad, what are you searching?
I was told to search for the information on the constellation Uarin.
Okay.
So I will.
So I'll say, yeah, if you want to split up and make two different roles, the first of which for just looking general stuff, and then the second specifically looking at I would say Asgard as a whole and its star charts, which is a harder DC.
Yeah.
And obviously, Golden Egg is if she sees anything to do that, or Bluebirds. That's, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm splitting off from them, and what I'm going to look for are the ways in which planes interact with this plane. So, water plane interacts with our oceans and creatures cross through. Earth plane, Underdark creatures cross through over there. So I'm looking for that same link, but with Asgard, to see if there's a common phenomenon of, like, creatures crossing over and what those are, and if they might be eggs.
I added my lucky stone.
Sure. Make me yeah, that's fine. Yeah, make me an investigation check as well, Hustle, and I'll answer these in order of easiest to most direct.
I'll use my lucky stone as well.
You don't have to. It's fine. It's not a terrible.
What else are we doing today?
30.
All right.
But that's what I
29.
wanted. I got a 29 though.
All right. I'm just gonna read the general section for Rose here.
Okay.
Asgard is considered the highest floor of Asgard, the largest plane of the gods. Asgardians call this realm home. Asgardians are not a natural race of humanoids, rather the descendants of any and all peoples born in Asgard and those who have been reborn as the chosen of the Aesir within Asgard. Those who died on the battlefield, those who were considered true warriors, etc., etc. Anyone born in Asgard is considered an Asgardian. They are imbued with radiant powers of the realm, and their descendants have an affinity for channeling planar magics. Usually their children are sorcerers or clerics of gods that grew up seeing people walk the streets of the many floating cities that make up the realm. As for Asgard itself, Asgard is a land of vast wilderness and oceans. It's covered with mountains, plains, forests, lakes, and rivers. The gods live in estates and halls of nearly unfathomable sizes. People may enter and feast and celebrate with them. They float peaceful. The cities of Asgard float peacefully over even still larger grasslands and riverlands. of unconnected land that floats beneath that float beneath the cities, and underneath that is an unending bed of golden clouds.
Okay.
And then the other realms that make up Eastgard, the other 9 realms that make up Eastgard as a whole are all connected. Technically, in this combination of mythos, Midgard is the prime material.
Okay.
It's the connection of between the two.
Mm-hmm.
Makes sense.
But and then to specify with a 22, it takes some time, but you do find there is. I need to find the specific note. This is a very old note. Control F. You find some very old but well maintained and protected maps. Eastgard has its own star systems and everything. The closer you are to Midgard, the more familiar they become to you, Willow, but as you get towards the higher planes, they're unfamiliar and more complex, as if
Where the stars are strange.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. There is a very particular constellation in Asgard, the Uarin, the golden egg. Literally is in the shape of a golden egg. It's an ovoid. And it is the furthest southern constellation towards Midgard from Asgard, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
So it's one of the closest to
Yes.
the prime material? Okay.
Interesting. Okay.
Make me just an intelligence check, Willow.
Okay. I can do that. I will re-roll that because I refuse to with my inspiration. I refuse to. 12. Not much better.
Something about the positioning of these star charts. You remember your star charts? Something about it is making a thought tingle in the back of your head, but you quickly lose it.
Damn it.
There's something there.
I will hold on to that and go find the others to see if they can see what I'm missing.
All right.
And then, all right. So, what was your specific question? I forgot. What?
I was specifically looking at there's unique ways that all the planes
That's what it was. Okay.
specifically interact with the material plane, so I want to see what Asgard's way is.
So with a 29, you very easily within 30 minutes find. So primarily, it's a one-way trip to Asgard. Dying on the battlefield and worshiping one of the Aesir, one like Tyr or Thor or any of those gods. Your soul goes to Asgard. You're reborn among them. However, that's and for the most part, it's mostly a one-way ticket. However, those of high importance or in times of crisis and war, the Bifrost is used to travel to bridge planes, bridge the levels of Asgard specifically, and travel to other planes is able to be done in that manner. Opening gateways, people can come and go from Asgard that way rather than just dying. But
Okay.
how that is used is, for the most part, unknown magics to the prime material. Several means and ways to recreate the spell led to the invention of the very, very high level magic spell Gate. But outside of that, like literally just being able to point to a map and summon a bridge that makes a doorway that several thousand soldiers can walk through has never been perfectly recreated, just on much smaller scales.
It was created once. We know that
Yeah.
from last campaign.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But people don't
All
know
right,
that.
neat.
And there were no historians taking notes.
And there are no witnesses, and
There are no
all of-
witnesses.
and all of the pieces to that particular doorway are in a demiplane
Yeah.
where they will never again see the light of day.
What? No.
And
The
one of
Imperial
them's
light of
so
day.
radioactive that it's sitting at the bottom of a lake.
Yeah. Yeah.
We had fun last campaign.
That.
All right. Willow comes in with the star charts, and I'm going to ask everybody else to take a look at the star charts too and see if they've got any ideas.
Those trained in survival may make a
Alright.
check to compare with your.
Can I use my navigator's tools?
Would you have brought your whole star charts and everything with you?
No, I wouldn't have.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. Survival it is.
Yeah, because if that's the case, yes.
20.
20, okay. You begin to like reorient these lines. The ley lines that you know of, and these with these star charts, sort of you pick up some scrap parchment that they have in like several of these desks for you to use, and you begin rudimentarily drawing out where things line up. And it may be a coincidence, it may be fate, whatever you call it, but you're fairly certain that the landmass by Saint Mesnion lines up fairly accurately with a straight line through the Uarin to the prime material.
So basically, it's a
The egg
direct
got dropped.
line.
Yeah. That's just confirmation at that point.
Yeah. I wonder if Betty is the embodiment of the golden egg.
Well, Betty would kind of just look at you like, all right, the egg goes directly through to Saint Mignon.
Egg goes through the egg door.
She kind of just scrunch her nose up.
You've ever seen a beak scrunch? It's horrifying.
Yeah. Crunchy beak.
Oh no.
All right. Well, I don't know what else to say about that. So, but yeah, that's just kind of, I guess, confirmation there that an egg did fall down from the sky. From the
Seems like
the
it fell
Asgardian
quite a
sky.
ways.
Yeah, it's a whole different plane, isn't it?
No wonder your skull's so thick.
Betty would elbow Willow. Not hard enough to do damage, but hard.
Mm.
Be careful, I'm fragile.
Yeah. I guess I can't give you as much shit about being from a different plane, can I?
No, you can't.
I can still give you shit about the Feywild though. And I will.
I mean, you shouldn't.
I will.
You may change this tune.
This is a threat.
This is the threat that never ends.
I did actually say this is a threat.
I was
As
gonna
funny as
ask.
that would be. But yeah, she just. Okay. Well, I guess we got a lot of information here.
Yes, I suppose we did.
Well,
Now
did you have
what?
anything else to look up, or?
No, I actually. The only thing I can think of is to go ask that the herbalist just a quick question, but beyond that, all I can think to do is to go buy a spinning wheel and begin a project.
I want to buy something, but I don't want to pay the fucking marked up prices, so I might head outside of the city and see if they have it.
Likewise, I don't think I need a gilded spinning wheel.
I think you're just gonna get a regular spinning wheel, but you're gonna pay out the ass for it.
Perhaps.
You might even get a shittier one.
All right. Out, I suppose.
Yeah.
And as we are leaving, I will hand the admissions clerk 25 gold
No.
and just give her a smile and say nothing.
Well,
You don't know what Betty did.
there's
I don't know what Betty
Yeah.
did. You're right.
I
the
don't know what anyone's done.
Well,
Hello.
suffice to say, we've gone to the library. We've learned things, and we've learned that there are questions that can't be answered. And Betty got herself tackled to the ground by security.
Just for a moment.
It's fine. Listen, I did what they wanted me to do. I paid them.
But
Malicious compliance is not good in all cases.
I to the letter, what they asked me to do, I did.
If someone could send me a TLDR.
Yep.
but yes, the clerks have changed by the time you leave because you've been here probably a good 3 or so hours from research and study.
I'm assuming Hessel did not finish his commune because of the chaos.
I mean, he can
You can passively commune, I think.
he cast the spell, so
I have nothing though.
but, yeah, you a periwinkle skinned air genasi happily takes the coin as you hand it to her. A very, very light French accent. She's like, "Thank you. Have a nice day." I'm just gonna.
Are the guards the same?
Guards are the same.
Betty's just gonna smile at them. They don't do anything, just smile at them. Thanks for the books. Or thanks for the reading of the books. I can't talk.
You're okay. The one that is still grumpy with you doesn't say anything. The other one kind of have a good day. Waves at you as you leave.
It's just like, oh, please get out of here.
Thank you for coming. Please do not throw coins at people anymore.
It is not nice.
It is
Thank
not
you for
nice.
coming. Please do not come back.
Gold is very hard. You chipped my tooth.
I know the tool you used to make these maps.
Do you?
I am 3 drinks in, so I'm
Nice.
making a little. I was able to bike back to my apartment with after having 3 beers, so I'm pretty.
Well, I'm glad you
happy
didn't
with that.
fall over in a ditch. That's
Likewise, yeah.
Yeah,
I was
I-
a little concerned about that because it's like 2 hours past, but
yeah. I waited for someone else who was biking back. So.
Ah.
Just a safety
Yeah.
measures because hey, I have to travel through downtown. So
yeah.
But anyway, on our way back out the city, or back out of the inner city, because there's the outer city as well. I'm gonna swing by the tree again and just run up to the Harangon woman real fast. Pardon.
Yes.
You wouldn't know of any gateways home, would you?
Her eyes dart around. Make me a persuasion check.
Fuck me.
That'd be too convenient.
Nope, that's perception.
so I've got a Twitch question.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
Did you set it so that there is a warning?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Because
12.
12.
Just wanted to check.
He kind of gives you a look. It's just, none nearby. Not that I can think of. And she just gives a smile.
All right.
Not even
Thank
for
you
a
for your
Scooby
time.
snack?
What, Rose?
I said not even for a Scooby snack.
She's a rabbit lady. How dare. You have to give her a carrot.
Doesn't matter.
Fine.
Or, you know,
Humans
can
like
I-
Scooby snacks.
Can I insight
for a
that
gamble.
at all? Like, can I
Sure.
glean anything from her words? Not 20!
you, as you trace her eyes, when she like looked around, she looked towards and as you look at it, a wall that for some reason has nothing on it, out of all of the shelves and stuff in her shop, and it sort of, that section of wall sort of just obfuscates your ability to notice it. Your eye just passes over it unless you're looking at it.
Aha. What do I do with that? I will make a very pointed eye motion with at her, looking from her to the wall and back to her.
She's literally like, as you look towards it, she closes her eyes and just has a very like canned smile.
Uh-huh.
And then she just sits there. Is there anything else I can help you with? Her eyes closed.
Oh no, not at all. I would like oops. I don't have my mouse currently, so it's a little difficult to do things.
But do you have your rabbit?
I'm gonna.
I'm not even proud.
What do you have?
Oh shit! A rat!
That sounds like Will Smith. Sounds like Will Smith.
No, it has to be 10 seconds.
I would like to flick my wrist, summon Manu out of hammer space, and just send him over there a little bit. maybe send him through the wall.
You go sit in the wall now.
Manu flies
No,
towards the wall.
If it's a legit wall, I'm not gonna.
Fat Alex go in the
like,
wall
make a-
jiggler.
the the owl summons and her eyes open with like a genuine fear. Manu goes flying towards the wall, gets halfway through before thump, and just slides to the ground, wings like twitching before he gets up.
Damn, I thought
He
that
just
was.
shrieks and
going to
begins
work.
flying around.
I don't know what you were going for there, but
Fuck. I'm gonna look at the wall. I'm gonna take a closer look at the wall.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
if we were going for subtlety, I think it's gone now. So
Oh,
And she was like,
suddenly.
Ma'am, is this old lady bothering you?
I still take offense to that.
I mean, you are old and you are a woman.
She's just like, no, she's just, I don't know what she's doing. Like,
Frankly, neither do
sweating
I. But...
bullets, like eye pupils, like dilated.
Oh no!
Is there? Can I look to see if there's a
Alright,
camera?
come
in
on,
here?
Willow.
Yeah,
we
is
gotta
there an
get
eye?
you in your
Yeah,
nap.
is there an eye in here? Is there a camera?
I feel
Make
like
a
there's an
perception check.
Make a perception check.
I will not.
Nah, 28.
28. There does not seem to be an eye, but it seems it seems that she painfully cannot discuss the wall.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
All
sorry,
right.
what,
Same bullshit that you have.
what is happening with this wall?
We're 99% sure it's a portal to the Feywild.
No, I don't. I'm not sure about that anymore. But I do want to look at the. I do want to
What I'm
look
gonna
at
do.
the
The others can't see the ghost, right?
No, not unless
Can
you.
I just like, yeah? Can I channel through a ghost and just have them go through the wall and see if that?
I mean, sure. So you and Willow both at the same time are like seeing there's a false wall with a door behind it. Like literally like an inch and a half, 2 inches behind the false wall,
Yeah.
there's a door.
Oh, that's what Manu hit.
Yeah.
Okay,
I will
scoop up my baby owl and I will pat him and apologize.
I'm gonna make Rowan go through the door.
Oh yeah. Because he turns back towards you. I can't walk through this.
Why not?
It's warded.
Fuck.
Can you all please stop being so weird? Everywhere we go.
How do you? I'm sorry, do you want me to bring the
We're
dinosaur
literally
up?
in
Would that
some
make it better?
woman's shop and you guys are making quite the scene.
I've not done a damn thing.
You're
else I
enabling
can
Willow's
help you with?
behavior.
Why, by not actively telling her it's dumb?
Would you like
Yeah.
some fresh oranges, maybe?
You know, that'd be great.
I'll
gonna
go
pick
get
an
you
orange.
some. She goes and walks back into her garden.
I'm ashamed. I really am.
Behavior is unbecoming, but
Betty just pets Manu.
Yeah.
Look at what you
yeah,
did to your poor boy.
hold him for a moment.
Willow, I
And
expected this of Betty, but you?
Also, just
You're
a heads
supposed to
up,
be one of my
it's
rocks here.
also just a heads up, it's warded, so you're not. I don't think you're going to be getting the.
understood. I heard, but it being warded doesn't stop me from looking. And I want to try and take a look at the wards if I can, with using arcane knowledge.
We're gonna get kicked out of this fucking shop.
Probably.
I'm gonna go help her pick oranges while this happens.
Yeah, the false wall keeps you from looking at the door.
Damn.
Yeah. So
I'm gonna go help her pick oranges.
any attempts to read any signs or sigils or anything is met with wall. But you do find a handle if you're like reaching around through the false wall.
So I've got that. I'm gonna look at where my hand is in the wall and like memorize the position of it, and then I'm going to take my hand out of the fake wall and just look at Hessel and Saywin, who are the only ones left Claudia and Ren are there too, but I'll look at the group of those assembled. I feel like I could make a decision here that might answer some of my questions, but it likely make everyone else's lives a little harder.
What, by actively breaking into a back room to a shop owner's shop?
Yes.
Yeah, it would make all our lives harder. Just like committing any crime anywhere else in existence would do the same.
All right. Points made. I won't do it.
I'll say
maybe I'll knock over the next store we see.
You
that might make our life harder.
You do have eyepieces that you can use to look at things.
Sir Stone! Yes! I forgot about that. I forget. Sorry, I use that more for like grand scale finding, like from a distance. But yeah, I'm looking.
As you look through, as you look through the Sorolum Stone, you can indeed see a door.
All right. What I want to look at this door and try and work out what wards are on it.
You cannot see any wards through the Sorolum Stone, but a message glows on the door. Welcome home, but no way back.
Oh God. So that's a one-way entrance, is what that is.
Well, that's not gonna work.
No. You'd be on your own to find a way back if you used this doorway. But this doorway glows with ley line energy. A certified connection, as it were.
Oh, well, I'm glad I remembered about the damn stone, because my initial idea would actually have made our lives much harder.
Well, I'll tell you what's not. Getting out of here before the guards show up, because she ran out that back door. I'll tell you that right now.
I think she just wanted to get out of a conversation that she couldn't have.
We'll see.
Her and Betty coming back with a small basket of oranges.
Does she have anything else aside from oranges in the back?
Oh yeah, they're like apple trees. A lemon tree that's unnaturally perfectly healthy right now.
I'm gonna give her like 25 gold and like just. Can I have a basket?
It's like,
also, don't tell the others, please.
That's a 25 gold's a fair bit for these, but
I know I'm asking a lot here.
All right, well, what do you want? We've got all sorts of produce back here. If you're looking for snacks or if you're looking for ingredients for things, we'll have those as well.
I'm gonna go with the fruits, but I have a feeling we're gonna be back here at some point, so.
I feel like you have a connection to here as well.
Oh. Eddie would just make that noise.
She just goes, oh, oranges it is.
Oranges!
She picks some of the very big, like navel oranges off of a tree. She's got some pomegranates. She just
Hell
has a line of a few like citrus trees. But yeah, you get she fills a basket and gives you the basket as
I
well.
am here for this. Yeah, it's gonna be mostly citrus.
Yeah. But like 10 minutes later, Betty and the rabbit folk lady walks back in. Rabbit folk is not quite the right. The heron gone. But
The here and gone?
yeah, heron gone. Yes, the name is a pun, as is her name.
Oh, here and gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was just a joke on hare and rabbit.
Yeah, I mean, it is. It's a
It
multi-layered
is, but rabbits are fast, you see. And they go burr
She
often.
I might be a little slow.
it's all right. But
not only am I a couple drinks in, I'm trying to catch up on everything from the last session as well. 'cause
It's okay. We got you.
Basically, Saywin's just been like, well, I have no idea what's going on.
Anyone smoked a bunch of weed and it's just on the back of the cart.
I'm gonna just go with Saywin was drinking a bit.
Saywin found a love for the pipe in the last town.
Yeah.
This has just been like,
I don't think Saywin would smoke. Definitely drink.
She's been drinking some weird, funky concoctions.
Yep.
But she hands you the basket and takes the gold that you give her, Betty. If you need any help, please don't hesitate to come back. I can't talk about what's in my shop, but I can help you if
Honestly,
I
you've
can.
put up with us so far, and that's worth what I've paid you as well. My God, are we stupid?
I apologize for my behavior. As I mentioned before, it's been a long time, and I may have let my eagerness get ahead of me.
It's quite all right. I just can't talk about it.
Things I understand.
And she does a little bow.
I will return it, and
I am always here to help those hey folk who have lost their way.
may the road you tread be blessed, I suppose. And I will depart and start heading out of the inner city because I do need to buy a spinning wheel.
Yes.
Also, before I leave the city, Brandon, is what I'm looking for even going to be in the outer city?
What are you looking for again?
I'm looking for that book that has like small amounts of spells in it. The one that you and I were talking about.
I have that set as like a reward for doing stuff.
Okay.
Because it's a rather rare thing.
Okay, so I cannot buy it.
You can attempt to buy it, but it'll be several thousand gold.
Yeah, I won't worry about that. I'll just eat my oranges and my lemons.
Okay. Yeah, because I think every spell is like 1,500 gold to add to it. So.
Yeah, gonna eat my oranges and my lemons.
Yeah.
I'm not sharing.
I hate how long it took me to realize what Mad meant by spinning wheel. It's like all wheels spin.
Oh my God.
No, we're good. We're good. Saywin's just a little laggy. It's okay.
I figured it out eventually.
Little laggy.
Someone's got that 500 ping.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
On the way back
might
to
be a little higher.
on the way back to the inn, I would like to buy a spinning wheel and just some plain cloth.
Hmm.
'Cause I have like a small amount of plain cloth, like sub a yard, because I have
Oh,
one thing that I want to do. I only need to do it 3 times, and
are you looking for? Because there are some that are like slightly smaller or a regular size. Are you looking for something huge?
small.
Small. Okay.
Because I likely will use this once and then never again. Because I have a very specific project in mind.
Is it the dresses?
It's not. The dresses are on
Remember.
the ship. The
Yeah.
dresses have not been worked on for 2 weeks. So
Yeah.
you'll get them for New Year's probably.
Hell yeah.
Alrighty. Yes. As you exit the main or the inner city, you get like a more bespoke, less like handmade things rather than made with magic. However, the city is just very expensive. Why does this keep turning on? I'm not doing.
You're not oohing?
I'm not oohing. And it's grabbing my saying I'm touching my fingers together. I don't
Maybe
understand.
you should change the gesture. Not now, obviously. But
Yeah, I mean, but it's the hardest one to do. I have to use both hands and to hold my fingers together for 2 seconds.
maybe that's why it's glitching out.
But
is because it's overly complicated.
no,
It keeps doing it.
Well, no, I just did it right now to prove that it's working fine.
Weird.
But it's so weird. It's like the hardest ones are with 2 hands because, like, you know, when I scratch my eye or whatever, it doesn't trigger that one. But I don't know. So I'll deal with it later. You this is very hard to Google how to price this item.
How do you price a tiny spinning wheel?
Well, no, because literally it's like every time I type spinning wheel D&D, it's like randomly select a character on a spinning wheel.
Oh
no.
Do you want to just say 7 gold and call it a day?
I mean, have you considered searching D&D weaving wheel?
No, I had not, because I was looking for a spinning wheel.
Well, fuck.
It's not technically correct, but it's close enough that it eliminates the ambiguity of spinning.
Giving me... Nope. No, I do not need a Wheel of Time D&D homebrew.
Is there, like, just sewing equipment listed?
Okay, you know what? 25 gold.
No, I need to base it on something.
I'm gonna go to Michael's.
How much was
they
the
are.
hand loom? How much was the hand loom?
I don't remember.
Okay, a sewing
Weaver's tools.
A sewing kit is 5 gold.
I was gonna say a Lupin thread thing from Michael's is $24 Canadian.
Bro,
And that one's made of plastic.
Does not help me.
But it should.
Well, if a sewing kit, which is basically needles and thread, is 5 gold. Oh wait, it contains A sewing kit contains sewing needles, spools of thread, measuring tape, thimbles, pins, and a cushion, a case of hooks and buttons, a scissor or two for snipping threads. That's 5 gold.
Hmm.
So I would guess that a spinning wheel, probably
10?
like 7 to 10 gold.
Okay. I'm gonna put it because you're still in Bosquette. It doesn't change how much things. I will say
$24.99.
the closest, the cheapest small one you can find is 12 gold.
Okay.
It's a very basic one.
And I'll
It'll-
buy 3 gold of just plain linen. Because I'm sure this is marked up, so 3 gold will probably get me a quarter yard.
3 gold will get you. Three gold will get you roughly 15 pounds of.
Okay, never mind.
It's a lot of fabric.
Yeah.
You've committed
Yeah,
to 15
too
pounds
much
of fabric.
fabric.
So if you're just using the
Dude.
basic cotton, it's basic cotton is 5 silver
For a
for
yard?
10 yards.
For 10 yards.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'll get 2 yards for 1 silver.
Okay.
Okay.
Man, I hate it when D&D's cheaper than reality.
Cool.
I know. I understand.
No, right? It's not.
Yes, Rose.
It's not.
Okay, I have my stuff.
I was just thinking, like, it's so expensive at Fabric Land.
Well, unless we have anything else to do today, I can begin my experimenting and crafting, as it were.
I think I'm just gonna maybe take a breather. Lots of new information today, so.
Mm. And we do still have a plan to formulate for Hessel's venture,
That's true.
which would likely be best suited for closed doors.
All right.
Well, he is the Lord of Culture. I could always put in a request for a meeting as Hessel Blackwater, but when everything's said and done and we leave, I'll
I mean,
probably
I'm
be a
pretty sure he's
wanted
gonna.
man.
Yeah, I wouldn't use her name.
I certainly wouldn't use your name.
And how do you recommend we get in there with closed doors?
No idea.
All the same way you stole, and she'd point to the fucking. I guess you wouldn't have the platinum out. The same way you.
I wouldn't be
Stole
able
it.
to do that if you all were accompanying me.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this is why we go somewhere quiet and we plan, so that we can perhaps spread out all our options in a place that nobody's going to spy on us.
As you're walking through the town, you can hear a town crier
Lord of
talking
Culture
about
killed. Cloak for sale.
Lord of Culture destroy. No. That a
Cloak on shoulders
Several-
of vampire man now.
several banquets and feasts are being prepared for upcoming holiday, which is the Night of Cerulean Stars.
Ooh, pretty.
So if you
Oh,
want
yeah, that is in 2 days. So,
to mind your mail and make sure to check it to see if you have any invitations.
Can I get a PO box?
Sure.
I don't think anybody's gonna send me mail.
That's actually not a bad angle. This is a city with a great respect for adventurers. We do have an amount of renown. We could probably
You want-
put
do you wanna
word
set up
out that we're looking for an invite to his banquet that he will certainly be hosting.
I mean, I guess. Yes.
Let's discuss this back at our rooms.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Yeah.
You return to the aquamarine bloom.
Yeah.
We go into our portal room.
That was last city.
Yeah, that
No.
was the August Vega room.
No,
No, no,
that
no.
one was behind a painting.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because this is a different pocket
Yeah,
space.
this is a fire.
Yeah.
Oh, this is the one where they're underground. That's right.
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh, so we got the fancy room again.
I think
So
this is just
over.
a normal room.
It's the nicest of the three. The what is it? I gave them 4 choices. One of them had some ties to some like black market sort of folk. And then that was the Early Leaf Tavern, and then there was the Black Walnut Inn, the Happy Willow, and Aquamarine Bloom, which
And
is
Mad wanted to go to the Black Walnut, and I wanted to go to the Aquamarine, so we did a 1d2 coin flip. With me picking Tails, and Tails won.
Yeah.
so you are in a glass vase of a building, the blue glass surrounding, one-way magical blue glass, and then to get near your rooms, you have to walk into the blue fire pit in the middle.
Kind of counterintuitive, but you know.
It's not as cool. How dare you? How dare you make fun of the thing that I came up with on the spot and then made the name up?
I
was
was
really
like,
cool.
this is like, honestly, when you did that, I was like, this is really good for like a randomly generated thing.
I guess it technically is still randomly generated, but it's randomly generated from Brandon's brain.
Yeah, but I mean, like,
I
he
just
actively said, like, yeah, I randomly generated these, and then he made the inn, and I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, I just run it like a thing 10
wrote a
times.
program.
And then I just grab some names, slap them together, and go, okay, why is it named this?
So we each had our own room, right? So we are separate.
You can choose to enter each other's rooms if someone holds the portal open for them.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess we pick whose room are we gonna chill out in?
They're all large enough for you all to sit in together.
I'll just do mine because I'm gonna be setting up spinning wheel stuff.
I was gonna say, as you're setting that up, Eddie's like, I wonder what fucking happened to that deck.
I mean,
like, I know I took it, but I don't know what happened to it after that.
I just as soon not going to question it. That thing is a curse.
True.
Yeah, we'll start laying out some herbs and such, and mortar and pestle, and a water or a water, and start making some tea. Weirdly enough, and then also putting Earth Heart on the table next to all the other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Is this some more divination shit I don't know about?
No. This would be more akin to abjuration.
What are you afraid of?
I'm not doing this out of fear. I'm doing this out of precaution. There's a difference. But
I feel like you're only precautious if you're worried about something.
Incorrect. But regardless, what our plans? How are we going to get an invitation to this event on the night of the Cerulean Stars? And how are we going to get away with Hessel's endeavor?
I mean, what do people normally do? Don't they just send mail to whoever?
What?
Like I don't know. Can you just send him a letter and ask? Is that a thing?
Likely, but we have two methods available to us. One, to request a meeting tomorrow before the banquet. It would just be us and him. Two, to do so during the banquet. One would have less eyes on us, but it'll be all the more obvious who did it when he doesn't show up to his own banquet the following day. But the banquet might be an opportunity to steal it without conflict.
I like that, especially because I don't particularly feel like having to run through an entire city of hostile guards.
Again.
On the bright
Again.
side, we have a way out.
We don't want that way out. One-way doors are very complicated, and you don't want to go through them unless you know what's on the other side. You don't want to go through any gateways unless you know what's on the other side. But in this case, if we ended up somewhere wrong, there'd be nothing we could do.
That's not true. I can talk us out of any situation that's ever happened ever.
I hope that
I
confidence
don't have evidence
stays.
to
I
suggest
convinced a
otherwise, but I
couple
think
people
that's
to
wrong.
kill themselves the other day.
You did, and that was horrifying. But regardless, Hassel, you got a lead on some unsavory characters, I believe. I wonder if they could forge you a invitation.
Do
It's
you
no
know
need
if
to forge if the idea is to actually attend the banquet. At that point,
Well, I think attending is sort of secondary to getting in.
well, how
If we
big
can
are
get
these fucking banquets? Like, how many people get in? Like, is it like 60 people? Is it 20?
depends. He won't have the only banquet in town, but it really depends on his standing, I guess, as far as lords go. If he's one of the, I guess best way to say it is if he's one of the top dogs around, he'll probably have hundreds in attendance. If he's all rather relatively minor, all things considered, he'll probably have a dozen, 2 dozen.
Well, what do you
And
think about just
that's even if he's hosting his own. He might be attending someone else's. The only thing that makes me think he'd like to host is that he's the Lord of Culture. He probably wants to show off.
I was gonna say he's flush with money, so I can't imagine that he wouldn't want people in his house.
Everyone's flush with money here,
No, but I
and
think
yet
he's
people will be
particularly
attending
gaudy about it.
banquets.
If he's willing to like mow down a church to put up his personal house, I don't think he gives a shit. He probably wants people to see the inside of it.
I'm sorry, who is this?
The fucker that has Hessel's cloak, or what will be Hessel's cloak.
So I think
I'm still lost.
the cloak that Palor said Hessel can go have as a vestige. That
Okay.
is owned by a guy who's the
A
Lord of
fuckhead.
Culture. Yeah. And we're currently trying to figure out how to get it without getting destroyed by all of the guards in the city.
Gotcha.
I mean, this might be a blunt approach, but Does he have an office or something we can go to just scout out and see at least what his staff is like?
Could we?
Why would we want to scout out an office that he has if we're going to his banquet?
Because that's how you would get an invitation, is you would talk to his staff, and his staff would probably make one out for you.
No, if we're getting an invitation, it'll be via letter. We'll send a letter. Unless we try and arrange a meet cute in the street. Oh, sorry for bumping into you. Wait, is that the Lord of Culture? There's no point in getting friendly with his staff. He's the only one that actually matters.
I was gonna say, but I'm pretty sure his staff is the one who makes out the invites.
I think a man like him probably is very specific in who he invites.
I was
Just
the
given
same.
the reputation he has.
From the
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Perhaps, Hazel, your idea that you threw out as sort of a, well, that would be ridiculous. Maybe it's less ridiculous than anticipated. I could pull rank. As long as we don't have me say anything that's an abject lie, it could work.
What are you
Oh,
talking
hello, Lord of Culture. Sorry to disturb you, but I'm a dignitary from another plane, and I've heard tell of your one stone garden. And moreover, this is my first night of Cerulean Stars. I was wondering if perhaps I could receive an invite to your soiree.
That still requires us meeting him perchance in the street.
Yes, that is the
that also
ultimate
requires a modicum of, I guess, proof, unless you really think that you can pull it off.
I mean,
anybody can walk up to him and say, "Yeah, I'm a fucking lord of whatever."
I would say nothing of the sort. I'm not a lord, but
well, I watched you try and convince a rabbit to show you a wall earlier today. I'm not thoroughly convinced.
No, Hessel, she couldn't. There's a difference.
We don't know that. I probably could have gotten her.
No,
I mean, she did everything but say
it's
at
a
this
similar
point.
reason. It's a similar reason to why I don't tell you everything.
Too annoying.
Because you lie all the time despite trying to convince us that you can't?
No. It's because I can't tell you.
I know your tricks, Philo. I think I'll just pin a letter, and if we don't get a response, we'll think of something else tomorrow.
That's probably the best option. Honestly, I don't want to think too hard today.
Fair enough.
I've had enough to deal with.
I will make my my moonwort tea, and as I'm drinking it, I'll just be like, Betty, you wouldn't happen to have any iron on you, would you?
That's such an oddly specific request.
Something very crudely made. No fine swords. Like,
I'll pull out my crowbar. I have no idea if this is what you want.
I'll from it, I'll get a little closer to it so I can see it, and without touching it, I'll just look it over. I think that will work for my purposes, at least.
Yeah.
I'm just testing something, and I will grab it full on and like spin it so that the whole of the crowbar is laying against my arm.
You've consumed the tea already?
I have consumed the tea.
Roll me roll me a d20 plus your constitution modifier.
So con check. Got it. 12.
Okay. The tea was brewed well enough that the effects are not perfect, but it doesn't burn. It's still that cold feeling, of steel on warm skin, and after you remove it, you can see the outline of where it sat, but it is not red and upset looking.
That could be useful.
I'm glad that you figured out how to fix your allergy.
It's not a permanent solution, surely, but
I don't know when this is gonna come up, but you know.
it never hurts to have a plan in place
No.
for even the most unlikely scenarios.
Well, now I know I can hit you with a crowbar and just do normal damage.
Please don't.
Swinging it.
Well,
Just swing it in the
unless-
room.
Not aggressively, but just like. And also, she'd be metered in how she did it, but just enough that it's like.
But yeah, after that success, I'm gonna clear off that experiment from the table.
Wow.
I'm gonna bind back the like below the shoulders part of my hair, so about half my hair.
Yeah.
Gonna take Earth Heart and I'm gonna cut it off.
Oh boy. Roll me a sleight of hand check. If this is done well or if this is done aggressively. If this is done, it's done Zuko into the river, sort of cutting off a top knot.
9.
9.
You did it!
It's a little cattywampus.
Yeah.
That's a word I haven't heard in a while.
It's not straight. It meanders a bit, but the blade is so sharp it just pulled through it.
And I still have enough hair that I can just do it in an updo and nobody will know.
Okay. Good.
Yeah, you watch as she cuts off. How much did you say? Half
like
of your
yeah,
hair?
so because the hair would go down to like just below the back, or would go down to just below the back. So probably like mid back down would be gone. So probably like a foot.
Yeah,
of hair.
a solid few years of hair growth. She.
Again, why?
For my project that I told you about, the abjuration.
Okay.
Would you like to know? Because you do have to ask.
Sure.
Also,
Tell me.
you can
Protecting you.
All right. How so?
Well, if we're to go to the Feywild in any capacity, there will be limitless numbers of creatures wanting to stake claims upon you. I'm going to circumvent that by doing it first.
Betty wouldn't say anything, but I'm pretty sure this isn't going to work for Betty.
How many people are in? Is everyone in this room, or
It's all 6 of you. Claudia
I'll
and
say
Rena.
I've left
is that
to 1 go pin the letter. 2, I want to see if there's still time in town. We didn't do much today, so there should be.
No, yeah, it's like
I'm gonna
it's
go,
like around
I'm gonna
noon.
go buy some diamond dust.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there
I'm
any
gonna
way
spend
that,
like 1,000 gold on it for
Okay.
10 cast of 100 gold.
Easily enough.
is there any way that can stake a claim on ourselves?
Yes, but it wouldn't be quite as solid. It's
You know what? Just
it's a little bit more of a nuance. There's more bargaining room when another Fae has staked a claim.
let's-
And it's not like I would be able to do anything to you all.
Well,
It's
they don't-
more. It's
So
more.
what you're saying is the Fae don't respect a person's self-personage.
Absolutely not. They will try and get one over on you as fast as possible.
I really tell you, I hate the Fae. Like, not you,
Say,
but just
say
really.
when you would know this almost intrinsically. That's what you've been told your entire life.
That elves and fae do not respect
Not
They don't
anyone.
give a shit about you. They just give a shit about having you.
specifically the Fae. Like the stories of how the beast folk came around is literally they tricked humans to stepping into the Feywild, took control of them, and toyed with them with their Fey magics until they became imbued with beast folk. Like imbued and became the beast folk. Like that's literally the origin of your race. So there's an intrinsic like
Okay.
distrust of
Well,
direct Fey. Like
this changes things slightly,
yeah.
but also not really. So, how much of a diplomatic problem will it be if I just start decking the fae?
It would be preferable if you didn't.
Right, but how
I
much
don't.
of an actual diplomatic incident will it cause if they start trying to get funny?
You're going to have to be a little bit more specific.
Betty's just
than
gonna
it's
get up
funny.
and go out of the room and just take a breather while this conversation happens.
You're going to have to be more specific than get funny. Get funny is vague.
Right, so if they try to pull fast one, am I allowed to start just throwing the fae?
No. 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 You talk your way out of it first. The only place where swords and violence is acceptable negotiation tactics is summer, and ideally we won't end up there.
That's disappointing.
But yes, please don't pick when we end up there, don't pick fights.
Okay.
If you are attacked first, then that's an entirely different story. Then you may retaliate as you see fit. But don't start them.
Is aggressive persuasion permitted?
Depends on the situation, but I would refrain from putting hands on.
Is there anything about hands?
I would refrain from putting swords on. You can wield your hammer menacingly if you like, but it's better to avoid conflict entirely because a lot of times you don't know who's the more powerful in a situation. Because
All right, then.
a lot of people want to walk around flaunting their incredible power here, but that's not as much so in the Feywild. Power tends to be a little bit more subtle. But regardless, I have tasks to do.
All right.
I will sit down and at the spinning wheel and I will start making hair thread.
And Thaywin will leave.
Because
Alrighty.
yeah, it's weird, but this is the best way that I thought of it without binding you guys into
Betty
deals.
100% just left.
Yeah.
She was just like, I'm good. I'll be back before sundown.
While I'm getting my diamond dust, I'll drop off that letter at a post
Okay.
office addressed to the residents of the Lord of Culture. And I have a plan, especially if it's a banquet, very public banquet. So I will pen it as Hessel Blackwater of the Starlight's Call.
Yes.
Okay. Calling full out.
Oh.
Make me just to see the quality of the words in your character's ways. Make me a persuasion check. You're a fancy
29.
lad with some fancy words in your vernacular. Okay. Expertly penned in not too high of a cultural difference to raise flags, but to make it look like you are a well-learned individual who knows lots of fancy sweet ways to sway people through your opinion.
But yeah. After that, I'll return to the inn and rest for the day. I have nothing else specific.
Okie dokie.
Brandon, what kind of are there any temples left in the city, or are they all like?
All of the temples have been removed from the walled section of the city. So there are still
outside?
temples, but they're out. Yeah, they're outside, and they are either unmanned, uncared for, or have had the people removed from them.
Are there wind booths?
Yes.
Oh,
You've seen a few.
That is involved in my plan.
Oh dear.
Would I be able to find like a defunct one on the outside of town?
A defunct what? What type of
Temple?
just any temple?
I mean, ideally a temple. Let's say tier, because I feel like that's gonna be the one I'm gonna get the best option out of.
Tyr is still manned. There are still people worshiping.
Okay.
The bigger gods are going to still have worshippers, and they'll be maintained. They won't be well maintained, but they'll have people like the
Selenium.
yeah.
St. Oris or
Yeah.
whatever.
Regardless, that's okay. That is the plan. I'm gonna go to a temple of Tyr that's manned at least, and it doesn't have to be pretty. In fact, if it's not, that's fine.
Yeah, easily enough. Right by the temple that you visited, the old temple district is still there. So
Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna bring my big thing that I just.
Okay.
I know. Stay with me here. Okay.
All right.
What thing?
You know what,
Don't
Brandon? Why
worry.
don't you describe what the fuck Betty just bought?
No one
What
else
did
has
you
seen
do?
it. So
That's fair.
What did you buy?
Betty is carrying an object to the city.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Betty is
Oh.
carrying an object through the city.
Yep. And she.
Betty is going to go to the temple.
Yep. Betty goes to the old temple district.
They get any weird looks?
No, not
That's the weirdest
really.
thing I've ever bought. But
You're getting weird looks for being an Aarakocra, but
That's fine. Who cares?
and for being violently like deep blue, but
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Does this object by chance happen to be pineapple shaped?
No.
Oh no.
well, in like
Well, I guess
basics
kind of.
geometry, but no.
So it's not a pineapple.
It's not a pineapple.
All right. I'm gonna head into the Temple of Tyr,
Yep.
and I'm just gonna. Is there like a place for offerings?
Yes, there's like an offering table towards the I guess the front
it
of the church.
Big enough for whatever the fuck I want to put on there?
Sure, I mean it's a table, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you said it's a half a meter tall. So.
Yeah, that's. I mean,
it's a foot and a half tall.
yeah.
Like,
unreasonable.
I was gonna say 18 inches, and I was like, she's not gonna know what I'm saying.
No, I need you to.
So I said half a meter because that's rough.
Yeah, I'm gonna put this in there.
Yep, you set
I'm
it
gonna
on
pull
the.
out one of the Westwind things that I bought.
You set it on the table. Yeah,
I'm
there's
gonna
a.
send a message.
Okay.
All right, I did a lot of reading today, so.
Oh no! Oh no! Really? I think I understand what's happening.
Did a lot of reading today. I don't expect you to know really anything at all, but I guess wanted to give you a heads up that thank you for I don't know if you had any part in this, sticking me with someone that took good care of me. And maybe one day I'll find my way home.
Can you please roll me a d20?
Brandon's dying inside, which I'm here for. 15.
Your message succeeds.
Oh my god.
It's 15 and up for this message to go through.
Wait, did
Did
she
the DC go down with
did
what
you
I
buy
bought?
a gold egg?
In a way.
What did she buy?
So
I
it is
bought
vaguely
a massive
pineapple-y.
I bought a massive chocolate golden egg with a small bluebird
Oh my god.
for 12 gold pieces.
Your message fires upward towards the roof of the temple, causing people to be alerted, but it suddenly phase shifts to that bright orange before disappearing from this plane and hitting its target. The egg disappears from the table.
Oh. Why are we going into this town and performing minor miracles all the time? This is the second week in a
That's
row
just
we've
a
done
weird
this.
thing, is what that was. Yeah, Betty's gonna call that a win and just leave.
As you're leaving, you do hear, I'm not. Actually, hang on.
He's got to turn on
I've
his
got the
voice.
thing.
I've got the voice.
I do not call myself the god of justice for no reason. Take care, Betty.
Oh, she smiles real hard at that. And I'm gonna go and I'm gonna buy myself another golden egg. Smaller. But I'm gonna take it home with me.
Same shop or a different shop?
Oh yeah, same shop.
Look what happened in the first one.
They were like, oh, you already delivered that one, huh?
You know what? I'm gonna get a carton of 6.
Okay. Size? It's already
Just
been-
like more
like
normal,
3-inch size ones? Or?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Actually, how many people are with us? It's Claudia,
That's 6, yeah.
Daywin, Renna.
Yeah, 6.
6? Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
6.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah, 6, and then I am gonna fill them with bluebirds.
Okay.
And glitter if they have them, just so it's messy.
They
But-
do have
but
some.
that
They do
can't-
have some edible glitter.
Okay. I was gonna be like, but aren't we supposed to be eating that?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
It's sugar based stuff.
Yeah.
So.
Thank you.
But that would be 6 smaller with the thing. Yeah, another 12 gold.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah. Confectionaries
And
are
then I will come
expensive.
back to the inn.
Yeah.
I love Brandon's realization was so good.
I was so confused for like so long. I was like, what is she doing? Like, it's not going to anybody, so I'm not telling anybody what it is.
After spinning the thread, I'm gonna take a brief moment to clean up the chop job and with scissors this time.
Okay.
But,
yeah, it was very it was a very Mulan-esque cut, but not a very Mulan-esque line.
And not a very Mulan-esque length either. Because she's still got too much hair. And
You said it's just
yeah,
down
then
past the shoulders. huh?
I'll start embroidering some patches of cloth first with little pockets to hold different herbs, one for each person. I specifically selected specific plants for each of the player characters. And
Okay.
then once that's all done, I will mash up the remaining herbs that are not berries, and with the indigo and with just a little bit of blood, and use that as ink to paint my my name in Sylvan, basically saying if lost, return to Sauron.
Yeah.
Blank.
Okay. You
And I will finish it off by sewing the berries onto the little sachets like beads, and then there they are, some little patches, squares that can be sewn into cloaks or vests.
yeah. Yeah. And it's by this point that, as you all have some of you have spread out throughout the city, you begin to notice that there were decorations for the Night of Cerulean Stars. But more so in the actual city, because as the sun begins to set, you begin to see the candles in windowsills and the street lights are all this brilliant blue, and you sort of realize, oh, the inn that we're staying at, the fire's blue. It might not always be that way.
Oh,
But the excitement of children in the streets and the beginning smells of feasts starting to be cooked or prepared for. You realize that most of the city out here has been rather quiet because people have already prepared or are out visiting elsewhere or have been invited by someone in the inner city. A celebration is in the air, and so too is there snow.
Hey.
no!
As it begins to snow just after about 4 p.m. is where we're at right now for the day.
Would anyone say over the hair pieces that there's snow?
Probably.
Willow would go outside and look at the snow.
After
Bet he's just coming out of the shop.
Wait, Willow, no. It's snowing. That's winter.
Winter's coming.
You're
We'll be
after
traumatized. We can't.
Dealer.
after Saywin leaves, after talking to Willow, Saywin would go to one of the West Wind terminals and just see if it works the same way it has been. So
Yeah.
the Jade coin in, see if it goes to the next one in the loop.
Yes, as you progress through, if you have enough individual coins that you have not gained from this one, you get your small little gold coin at the end of it.
Okay. And then it loops back around.
And it loops back around.
What do
Okay.
these gold coins do?
I mean, I know when I put all of them in, I got. I don't remember what it was.
You got present.
Oh, present was. So it's Jade Tiger, Red Boat, Blue Snowflake, Gold Present.
Yeah.
The 4 coins.
Hmm.
When I put them all in, I don't remember what it was I got. I think it was like an old tube that gave me hallucinations.
Oh yeah, it was the hallucination tube.
Yeah.
Those are really good though. Those have historically gone well for us.
Yeah. Well, I
Well,
guess
except for
I'll.
that one time where you interrupted it by breaking down Saywin's door.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'll take the coin. I wonder what happens if I put 4 of a kind in.
I don't know. Maybe we'll have to find out.
I'll have to collect. How many West Winds are there here? Just one, or
You're uncertain. You passed 3 before you even got into the inner city, so unclear.
so what you're saying is I can get at least 4 coins.
Yeah.
Oh
Okay.
my god.
I'm gonna I think I'm gonna just wander and try to find as many of these as I can. Also, I'm going to. It's still 50 gold per, right?
Yes.
I'm going to get one of the tubes and send a message to Zephyr.
Oh lordy.
Interesting. Okay.
So, I found out about your past, and I'm working on piecing together the armor of the winds, so not quite sure what's next though. That's what I'm sending.
Alrighty. I was making sure that you. All right. Roll me a d20. You need a 15 or higher for this to succeed.
Oh.
Ooh.
We did it.
Can I use my inspiration to
You
reroll that?
can.
Let's try that. Hey!
There you go. All right. The like silvery green message fires off into straight upward into the air before that orange phase shift as it disappears. A creature cursed with no voice. How does one respond?
Can it send back items?
It cannot.
Can it send back pictures?
Can it give me weird hallucinations? Because technically, it can do whatever it wants to me, apparently.
Yes, but no. I'm trying to. Oh, I have to fit with the bounds of the magic item. I'm gonna have to do it again where
Brandon just doesn't play charades.
Yeah, basically. You are God damn it. You are shown a aerial view of where you are. You are shown the ocean. You are shown a cliff. You are shown a destroyed city. You are shown a temple in the center.
Okay. Wait a second.
Is it Seacrest?
Do we have do we have the world map still? Or the
Hey.
regional map? I need to think for a second.
Oop. I just put me there. Not.
Is the temple underwater?
No, it's on a cliff. A city on a cliff.
Okay. City on a cliff. Okay. So not Seacrest.
Okay.
Seacrest is fucked, is what Seacrest is.
It's not fucked. Its fate lies within your hands. So if that's
That's
fucked, then-
problematic for Betty because it's Betty.
Do I have any idea of what the city may or may not be? Like any architectural remnants?
It's very destroyed.
Cool.
It looks like a fire ravaged it severely. The only thing that is left standing in the city is a stone temple with a tiger's head coming off of the front of it. But it looks like everything is made of wood is the only guess I can give you.
It'd be the Heavy Rin Temple.
Cool. Well, now I got something to research. Also, I'm going to assume that I've collected a number of the coins.
Yeah.
At this point.
I'll say.
What happens if I put in 4 of the gold coins? Because there's still 4 slots, right?
There's like a tray where you can put coins in. Yeah, but so it's not like they like fit in anywhere specifically. But if you put 4, you put 4 coins in there. Oop! I closed the wrong tab.
4 gold coins.
Yeah, 4 of the Zephyr gold coins is what I'm going to call them.
4 of the gold present coins.
Yes. Let me find a very, very old document.
Oh my god.
Well, we're doing it. We're making Brandon's search.
We are.
I'm bringing up past plot points.
This is the the second time that we've had to do this?
What, today?
Just in this session, yeah.
Yeah, just in this session, make Brandon bring up old documents.
Mm-hmm.
I feel no regret about this.
No.
Nor should you.
Okay. You place the 4 gold coins in the machine. It closes and it is silent for a moment before the automated tray slides out. And a ring box sits in the tray.
Ooh.
Okay. I will take that and what's in the box?
What's in the box?
You open the box and you see a small silver ring set with a jagged piece of fulgurite with a suspended lightning bolt, like an actual zap of lightning frozen within it.
Ooh.
It's like a thick, sturdy ring. It's not like a more like a what is the word? Like like a graduation ring. It's sort of like thicker, like almost like squared style. That's
Okay. So a fairly thick ring.
yes.
One that if you were to put it on and hit someone with it.
Yeah.
Why am I so violent today?
Alcohol.
You're very violent today.
I'm concerned.
Eh.
All right. I think I'm going to need to have someone identify this.
I know who that someone
Don't worry, our
is.
wizard just claimed us, so.
It's
true.
not. No, it's not that bad. It's not. I'm gonna tell you this. It's nominal only because I didn't make you promise anything.
The wizard has bought the party. What will happen next?
The wizard is trying to keep the party from getting meddled with.
This will
That's a
absolutely not
nice
backfire in any
suggestion.
way.
I know it's a nice suggestion, but I'm doing the best that I can, guys.
I'm gonna have to make this an item. It's been sitting so long that I forgot it was here. All right.
I mean, it is a coin that is gold present.
Yeah.
So now this makes me wonder what happens if I put each set of coins or a set of 4 coins in for each one.
You get
Well, I
4
get-
rings, and you could just use them like spider rings that you get at Dickies.
See, it's like, well, okay, the present, it's like, okay, that makes sense. It's something like a ring box or something. I'm curious what. Wait a second. Hang on. So we've got. Sorry, I'm doing. My brain is picking up on
Oh,
things.
he's charging up. Oh, he's going.
Okay, so Jade Tiger, that is very obviously Zephyr.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Blue Snowflake, I'm going to assume that's Notus, the north
No,
wind.
that would be
Boreas.
Boreas.
Boreas, the north wind, cold, and Snowflake. That leaves Red Boat and Gold Present. Which one was the one that was more, which is tied to like the
I'll say
crops
I
and-
can just read out.
end of season. Hang on.
Yeah.
End of season rain is Euros, the east wind. So that I think is going to be Gold Present. Am I? Is this?
You're getting there, but can you make me? It's a very low DC because you know this information from before. You give me a religion check.
Religion or faith?
Religion.
Okay.
I know it's not your strongest suit, but this is specifically recalling information. Yeah, for a DC 5, when you were given their names, you were given their titles as well. Boreas, the fickle chill, Zephyr, the favored wind, Eurus, sailor's end, and Notos, the challenger's gift.
Okay.
Oh, that's cute.
So Euros is sailors and
Yeah, because he brings the storms. I can't say that. I can't. Say
Brandon, you alright there, bud?
I cannot say the storms.
it's like purple burglar.
No one's okay. Got it.
When your glottal stops, stop your glottal stops. You have problems. Purple alarm.
Oh my god, shut up.
Oh my god. My brain is fried.
My brain is soup.
Okay. So, thank you.
No problem. But yeah, that is why they have the symbols that they have. They're just all they're
So that means that the west wind things are not just the west wind; they're all the winds.
yeah. I figured
We're close to something.
you might have picked up on it. Zephyr does not hate the others.
No, I know.
Most of the others do not hate Zephyr.
I think the only
It's
one
really just one
Boreas.
asshole.
Yeah, Boreas is
Boreas is the
grumpy.
prick.
Yeah.
So okay, sorry, I'm doing
Math?
yes, that's it.
Meth? Meth.
Math.
Don't be doing mental meth. I think that might cause some problems.
I'm not sure if me having alcohol has benefited me noticing these things or is hindering my ability to piece this stuff together.
I think it's hindering. I think it's hindering love. So
But yeah.
So that would be Notos's gift, the
Yes.
ring. Well, now I need to.
I
oh
will
no.
I will say that putting the others in there simply upgrades them all. However, another ring does not appear when you do 4 more gifts. I will say if you sit there and are experimenting for the majority of the day.
I was gonna do 4 more of each.
Yeah, if you put 4 in, it upgrades them all to the next one.
Okay.
Yeah.
The gift is the only one that gives
a
gift.
Yes.
Okay.
But seemingly it can tell that you've already received your gift.
So it's like, oh, you now have 4 more jade coin. 4 jade tiger coins.
Yeah, puts them back to the start.
Huh.
Minecraft villager?
Yeah.
Huh.
But yes.
So the rest of the party is just gonna find say when like very confused and just kind of like something is going on. What is going on? There's more happening here than I thought.
Betty's happy.
Yeah.
Willow's just waiting for the next time we all meet up to give you guys the charms. So
All right. Is there anything else you wish to do for the day? Or has everyone's plans come to fruition?
Well, I got my chocolate eggs, so I'm
did.
happy.
I think we've accomplished it today.
Guess who needs to go back to the library?
No.
Well, I gotta find out what's going on with that town that was ravaged and has a temple with a tiger's head.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like, oh yes, you've sent a verbal message system. How does a mute character respond to this?
Yeah.
Charades.
Mm-hmm. Like specifically been cursed to not be able to communicate. It's like I was like, oh fuck.
I'm good at making your life harder in this game.
You're not the only one.
I stand by my fucking Kinder Egg.
Yeah. Betty invented the Kinder Egg.
Yes.
But yeah, you all reconvene as you wish to finish out the day if no one else is doing anything. Wow.
Willow would give you all of the charms that she made. You guys each get one. So just hang on to these for now.
Okay, but
They're yours.
what herbs did you use for everybody?
She posted
I
a
put
thing.
them-
Yeah.
Oh,
I
did
did.
you? Okay.
I did post it in chat. I did like 2 hours of research into this. But yes. So the ink
No.
is made with indigo and ginger, which are just like ritual things. 4-leaf clover to give protection from fae and ability to see their tricks. Lily of the Valley is a token of friendship or peace. The bees are allspice for luck. Rowan berries to keep you from getting lost. Snapdragon seed pods mostly because they look like skulls, but also to protect from
They're very cool.
being charmed. And then Hessel's signature herb is sunflower petals. Betty's is nettle to ward off ghosts, and Saywin's is hemlock to bless weapons for battle. And that's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
I did a lot of research for that.
It's very
Yeah, it
cute.
looks like it.
I love that hemlock is used to
Yeah, it's also used for other things, but
Yeah.
I just chose one meaning.
Yeah.
Murder.
Err.
I love when the Russian priest gave +1 +1 enchantments to all the AK-47. A very old image.
I remember this.
Yeah.
I think I might need a reminder of this image.
It's literally just a priest literally like slapping hemlock and holy water on the AK-47s. The priest cast a +1 enchantment on the AK-47s. It's just like, all right.
All right.
Yeah. Alrighty.
Long rest.
Yeah. Your day comes to an end as you see fit. The nightlife of this city is not nearly as much as Cret d'Argent. But there are food and drinks to be had. Pretty much every bar and restaurant is serving some sort of mulled wine or a spiced like apple cider, alcoholic or non, to your preference. But yeah, your night is had. You must I think it was 4 or 5 gold for I think it was 5 gold for the inn rooms. So if you are sleeping with somebody, you can save some muns, or you can choose to find another inn to sleep at for the night.
I was gonna say before that happens, Betty's gonna come back with her eggs.
Yeah, I was already implying that you had been back. So
Yes, but I want to celebrate with the eggs.
All right. Will you come back when I was talking about it?
Okay.
And you're given a little satchel, and then you have egg.
Egg.
What? How egg?
You know what? No, I don't want to do it.
Okay.
No,
Betty
I
keeps all the eggs. No.
No, she'd come. She's like, I had a bit of an epiphany, and I'm in a giving mood, so she'd take out the eggs out of her actually, she'd probably just carry them with her. I want you to
Yeah.
have a little piece of me. And that's all she says.
You all are presented with.
This doesn't actually have you. Like,
No.
there's no.
There's no physical. No.
Okay.
I used the clone spell and cut off 6 of my fingers.
Well, that's concerning. I did
hate
not know
the-
there was a clone spell.
Yeah. I don't think you can learn it. I think Willow can, but
Yeah.
It definitely does
but-
not sound like a cleric
What spell is this?
clone, the 8th level
Clone.
spell.
Well, no, yeah, I think that's wizard.
I think it's wizard
Wizard.
only.
It might be wizard only. If any other class were to have it, I would guess bard.
Bard can
think
get
Bard
it through
has-
mystical
Yeah, Bard has
secret.
to borrow it, because I remember this.
Because she almost took it for Loria.
Oh,
And
that
I
would have
was-
been so good, though.
And I was like, why? You were like, I don't know, I want it.
I mean,
Yes,
ultimately,
wizard. The only class that can have clone is wizard.
Hooray!
I mean, if a bard has it, you can really become a one-man band.
Oh Jesus!
oh god, Bard's so fun.
No, clone is immortality. Clone is you make a copy of your body, and if you die, you go into your new body.
Yeah.
Well, that's less fun.
It's like you grow a
Um,
body in a test tube.
Simulacrum is more of what
Yeah.
you are.
Simulacrum is you make a golem of yourself made out of snow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it can like cast all the spells you can cast or whatever. It just doesn't get them back.
See, now I'm just picturing it's like a bard that's just like, ah, yes, I will clone myself, and then I now have, like 3 or 4 versions of me. Let's just go make a band.
God, that's something Lorian would do.
Yeah.
Or maybe not. She just wants to be the only Lorian. Don't want to compete with more people.
How can you be the best out there when there are 4 other of you who are equally as good?
Exactly. You have to kill them.
There can only be one. I apologize. I've lost it today.
It's okay. But yeah. Is there anything else that thou'st do before sundown? Are you renting the same room again, or are you going to go find another inn, or
I'm sorry, was that what thou'st do? Is
Yeah.
that what you said?
what thou'st do?
I don't think I've ever
Brandon
heard
is now
that.
Urianje. We should just
It was,
move on.
it was incorrect, but I think that's besides the point. The point is, are we paying 5 gold to stay at this inn again? I would say
Absolutely.
yes. What, Rose?
I said absolutely.
Okay, cool. Everybody subtract 5 gold from your shit.
I don't think I've ever heard someone use thou'st earnestly.
No, because
This
it's
is
wrong.
not correct.
That's not correct. In
no.
the context that he was using it, it would be thou wouldst.
Yeah, that
So there-
wouldst. I whomstedived it.
Yeah, he did.
Look, I don't care if it's actually correct. It's like I've never heard someone say anything even remotely like that.
Man, then you have not been listening to me in our conversations.
You don't speak like that.
I throw those words in occasionally.
she gets a little weird. She puts a little Middle English lilt on things.
I do. That is factually correct.
She's the only person that I've known to genuinely say whomst.
Yeah, but then I do throw in a Yaldiv. So
Yeah.
Yeah, it gets canceled out.
that's why you never notice.
You end up back at the middle between the southern line.
Listen, I know
Southern.
it's called Middle English, but also I'm from the South.
Yeah, that would be an amazing character. One that just talks in like
Fucking-
Middle English, but has the thickest southern drawl.
just a fucking straight up like copies verbatim from Oriandre's speech patterns, but it's just like, howdy, y'all. Would
See,
that
now,
was
what-
like a soliloquy?
No, see what that makes me want to do is it makes me want to read out like Shakespeare soliloquies in the thickest drawl possible. We should I'll do that sometime on stream, but for now I feel like this is a good place to call it, is the day before Christmas, perhaps.
Yeah.
Well, I was gonna say, was Brandon going to call it?
Was Brandon going to call it?
I mean, I can. I don't know exactly what you all are specifically and exactly doing. So I'd like
I don't
to-
mind I don't mind doing Christmas.
It's like Christmas Eve. So
Yeah, you'll be Christmas even it up. But I mean, is there anything you want to do today? Because basically, there's like only a couple things I have for the day before Christmas. And then I guess
I think the biggest thing is to try and get a banquet invite. That was the plan.
Yeah.
the request has already been sent with your name, so time will be your answer.
Okay.
But
We're not gonna scheme.
ooh, that's unfortunate. That's a calm day. You have a 20 and a 6. Oh, if you have anything to use that for, I would use it. But
I don't.
That's a shame.
I
You know what? I will be a generous being and say that those are for the next day. If you're not going to be using
It's your Christmas gift.
No, it's not your Christmas gift. There's a specific Christmas gift.
we're waiting for Mrs. Barnaby.
But yes, if nothing else continues, I will very quickly go through the events of I'm going to call it Stars Eve.
Yeah.
Or the Eve of Stars, whichever you feel. But the city goes full festive mode. Shops are for the most part closed. Everyone's preparing. People go out of town. The snow is nice and thick. It's a soft, like crunchy snow. As you toil your day away around noon, a courier is, I'm assuming, if given the information of where you are staying, a courier appears at the inn that you were staying at to give an invitation to all current members of Starlight's Call to the Lord of Culture's Night of Cerulean Stars banquet within the Garden of Stone.
Good.
Fun.
I'm not happy that our name alone is getting us these things.
Why wouldn't it?
I don't know, just being notarized for something good is weird.
Better this than to be strung up.
An invitation is had.
Yay!
You find yourselves doing whatever you wish to do. If you want to go more, we can retcon and go back into detail for next time. If you wanted to do anything during this little day of respite or any planning, you can do that either between sessions or next session, whatever you wish. As I plan for an actual, at least
Gala.
at least a map, just in case.
Oh, I hope not.
But as midnight comes by and the night of cerulean stars begins, as the clock ticks over to midnight, a bronze streak is seen flying over the city.
Ah, it's Barnaby.
He has many gifts to give, and we can go more into detail later. But you all, whether you were awake to see it or you find yourself the next day with something pressed into the palm of your hand, a glittering singular scale.
Ooh, bronze dragon scale. That's cool.
Which, to the people that receive it, might be just a happy little coincidence. But to those of Starlight's call, a gift of power is given. Choose a single ability score to increase by 1.
Ooh.
Mm,
Ooh.
hell yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that forces me to have to make a decision.
Mwaha.
I mean, mine's an easy choice because I have one odd score and it's wisdom. So
I think all of mine are even.
We can't use
I mean-
this to go above 20, right?
This does not say anything about that, but I mean,
Ooh.
I will say not many things let you go
I
above.
think it's only the book.
Yeah, there are a few ways, but having a score of 21 is not as useful as having a score of 22. So if you have a score that you can get to a flat number, but
Even if you don't, you can set up a feat later.
Yeah.
Because there are half feats, so instead of an ASI, you could be like, if you wanted to bump strength up to 20 and it was 18, you could take a point in
yeah,
strength now and then take a strength feat next feat level.
yeah.
Well,
Mhm.
oh god, I'm not.
Oh, think on it. If you can't figure it out now, think on it. You have a week, but I think that's a good stopping point there. If I will move the calendar to Christmas.
Yay!
Yay, Grimbus.
I was hoping that we could get this get to this point in July so I could say Christmas in July, but Christmas in September
Christmas
it
in
is.
September.
I was gonna make a joke of it's like, oh, we're 4 months early. Yes, I had to pull up a calendar and count.
Hooray!
Go to bed, Alex.
But yes, thank you all for sticking around. I hope you all have a lovely weekend. For now, we will be signing off. And we will be back next Wednesday for whatever the fuck we think we want to do. And then Saturday for more D&D. As we
Yay.
get closer and closer.
so on and so forth.
Yes. But yeah, thank you all so much.
We'll actually be on time next week.
Hooray! It's totally fine. We just did some learning. It wasn't anything crazy. But thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed. Give us a follow if you did. But have a lovely night. If it's not night, have a lovely time zone. Goodbye, everybody.
Good
Goodbye.
night.
I'm gonna put my fingers together and give myself a little pat my eye stalk. Ah, Jesus. Oh, God. Ah, it burns.